Hey everyone, Sorry for the delay, but we are just getting all our pilots down to the track now. I think we have a pretty exciting event today. I've got Mr. Kalistar in the booth with me for some commentary.
Hello, hello.
And yeah, I think we got a pretty good lineup of pilots today at Gladi-Yadar. Some new names, some known names, a lot of unproven names. I think it'll be good fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a good number of pilots on this list that I've never seen race before. Some have, some haven't at all. It'll be really cool to see how they stack up against vets like Connor, Calabar, Neo, Ricky, Kelsar. Yeah, and paying homage to Nino, who's in the chat, who designed this track in a Gladius.
Yes. I have been doing some practice laps of this track to get used to where the tough areas are for our racers, and it has been very fun to fly in the Gladius. It's feels like it was designed for it.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, absolutely.
A happy medium of top speed and strong mavs on this track, so you can really flick it around the corners. And it's got weight to it, so it's yeah, it just feels good overall. It just feels really good on the track.
Yeah, I think the track, like, sorry, I'm flubbering over my words right now, but yeah, the track ship combination works really well. I'm gonna swap us over to the track guide made by XGR, and we can watch that real quick so our viewers can get an idea of what the track looks like.
Yadar Valley is a tight canyon racetrack situated on Daymar. It
And
features
Gerbo
a
in the chat
low-gravity,
asked, what do we think,
low-atmosphere
56 or
environment,
57
and pilots
second?
should be wary
The
of
fastest lap?
overspeeding.
It's probably something
Navigating
around
can be done
that.
directly to the Garden, Quantum Marker, or Race Mission Waypoint. For time trial runs, pilots must make a standing start from anywhere between the starting line pillars. The first checkpoint is Tunnel Vision. Pilots can take any line through the opening. As we make our way through, we head for Drifter's Hideout. Whenever checkpoints are absent, racers must stay between the lateral spacing of the canyon walls. You can fly higher, but not wider. Going through Drifter's Hideout, we duck below the crane as we do for all upcoming cranes around the track. Pilots are free to run any line through this rock formation on exit, so long as they stay below the tallest point. Stay below the crane here once more, making sure we stay within the lateral spacing of the canyon walls. As we approach Dealer's Choice, pilots can take any route so long as they duck below the cranes. Next, we hit the 180 turn around Fresh Air and make our way around the back straight. On to the gate. Pilots must make sure to stay between the canyon walls once more and avoid skipping over the left walls before ducking beneath the next crane. Any line towards the bottom checkpoint goes, before we pitch up through the stairway and up to heaven. Passing through heaven is straightforward. Stay between the forks, with the tallest chimney as the highest point. We dip down to rock bottom, where we slalom through the set of chicanes. Stay between the pillars at all times and don't fly over them. As we prepare for another 180 turnaround split decision, plan your route through either the left or right of the pillar, so long as you go underneath the pipe. Through the next set of checkpoints is straightforward. Just stay between the pillars, but be careful. Overspeeding can be dangerous as you make your way through the reckoning and set yourself up for another lap.
All right, so that was a track guide for Yadar Valley. Dirk is having a little bit of an issue. He's going to try to kill himself and respawn because he's getting Star Citizen. But right now we're just setting up for the first heat grid. So we're going to have a few races in each heat, and it's going to be four Gladiuses at a time on the track, and I believe it's 2 laps. And we're going to run a bunch of those, and then we're going to have a final that is an elimination style race with 8 pilots. So it's a little bit different format for the final, but it should still be exciting. And more ships on the track means more chaos, so more entertaining, if nothing else. But yeah, Gerbo, if I didn't respond before, I think the race pace for today, average, what we'll see, I'm going to guess between 1 and 105, and then for fastest lap, you're probably right on there with the 56 second to 1 minute range. I would guess that that's going to be what we see today, especially with these bigger ships. People are going to be a little more cautious. They're a little bit more clunky, a little bit more wide, just more chonky in general. We still got Dirk working out his kink here and trying to unspin himself and get back to the track.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I just had to kill myself and respawn. We'll see. I didn't have terrain, which wouldn't have been very good for the visual of watching this race. You don't really want to see it without any terrain. It's not ideal.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, you're not live yet, right?
We are.
Right, just racers are good to go. So I guess holler when you are ready, or if you want us to get the heat started.
Just need 2 seconds. I had an issue with my. We got here and I couldn't see any ground. So.
Okay, so
hoping that's resolved. I just did a quick respawn in the Carrick.
The Carrick, okay. It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I will call 3 minutes to the racers.
I still don't have any ground. Okay. I'll show the stream what I've got going on so you guys can see. Yeah, I don't think this one's this works quite for the view. This is just gonna take a second. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go on standby and we'll be back once I have this fixed. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
Okay, hey everyone. All right, we got a camera going. We should be good now. Sorry about that. I apologize. But we have our first heat lining up right now, and we are looking at. Oops, sorry, did not mean to do that. We are looking at who's on here. Fishy, Liquid Prime, Nashron, and Tamulu. So this is the first heat of our races today, and or was that Steve that just joined in here with us?
Like, racers are good to go. Are we good to go from commentation?
Yeah, we're good now. We've got it all fixed up.
Okay, great. I'll give them the signal. All right, we'll give it about 60 seconds.
So who's your favorite, Cal? Who's your favorite on this race?
On this one, honestly, Liquid is the only one that I've talked to about practicing. So I honestly don't know anything about these other three pilots. It really is anybody's game at this point, as far as I'm concerned, because they all could have practiced the same amount, and they're all new to me. So first time watching all these people race, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Liquid probably. I've also seen Liquid race a fair bit. He's probably my current favorite, just for this lap, since I have seen him go a number of times. But I mean, any of these guys could come out with some crazy times that we're not used to, or that we didn't expect, right?
For sure. Are we ready to start?
Yeah, they should be starting any second now. If Steve went up there to give them the go ahead. Oh, sorry. Might be losing the camera a little bit. It'll just take a second here, and it should clear up.
Which technical issues, apparently.
Yeah. Today's full of technical issues today, but it's all right. I think it'll be a good event for the racers, and that's who the viewers are great. There we go, and they're off. Oh, Liquid Prime, Tamulu, kind of fighting around near the front. Tamulu currently has the lead. The Liquid's coming around a little bit wide.
Liquid way wide there. Yep, that's gonna cost him.
But he's coming in through that turn with more speed than Tamulu, and he makes the overtake. Oh, hang on, we froze up. Uh-oh. I can't see what's going on. What do we got going?
Okay, so they're coming in through fresh air now. Liquid Prime's got a solid lead over Tamulu, headed up below the crane and to stairway.
There it is. Okay, now we're back. Okay, yeah, we see Liquid. Wow, he has got a huge lead on the other groups, on the other three. I'm not too sure how far behind they are, but they will be fighting for that second position, and really their main goal is going to be just survival now. Because if you DNF, you don't get any points for that heat. So you really don't want to get a DNF. You really want to focus on surviving. Oh, but it looks like Little Fishy and Nashron, unless they're going a little slow in the back, we might have already lost them.
Yep, I don't see them.
Yeah, it seems they've both DNF'd. All right, so it's a battle between Liquid and Tamulu. Liquid's got a strong lead right now. As long as he just keeps this up and stays alive and stays safe, you should be looking at a locked-in 10 points first place finish in Heat 1, which is very, very good. That's what you want.
We got Liquid Prime coming through fresh. Ooh, almost struck the wall there, coming in through fresh air, making his way under the crane to stairway.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a little bit of choppiness on the broadcast again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think that's a Video Ninja or a Twitch thing. I'm not sure which.
I think it's a Video Ninja, but it's all good.
Okay, Liquid Prime still on track to completing and getting a first place in this first round of Heat 1.
There we go. Nice.
And congrats, Liquid. Well done.
Lulu's still alive in the background, or did we lose him?
I've lost their marker. It's possible I lost the party marker, but nope, I don't see them.
It's more likely they've probably DNF'd. All right, well, that's okay. The Liquid Prime is going to be content with that result for himself. Gets himself
Well done to you, Liquid.
solid first place. And the racers today, they're all trying to get into that top 8. If they can reach the top 8 after the 5 heats are complete, then they will be eligible for going after the big prizes, which I will swap us over so we can see our prizes. And the first place prize today is going to be a Nomad Pledge with Jackal Paint. Second place prize, an X1 120 month. Third place prize, an M52 paint pack. And a raffle prize after all the heats are done of a pair of Dragonflies. So our racers are just getting set up once more on the grid. Oh, our camera's struggling again, but that's okay. As long as we got visual of the track and we can hear the updates, right? That's the most important part.
It's really a shame. I don't know. On my end, my footage is silky smooth. Frames are really good here today. So I think Twitch or Video Ninja
Yeah.
really struggling.
Not sure why.
Oh, that's really. I'm watching the stream now, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Sorry. So can you read out who do we got on the track right now? Who's our
So right now
names?
we're looking at we've got Tom Nato, Colbolsa, Command Calabar, and Ricky Tiki.
All right.
I know all of these pilots have raced with XGR before. Tom Nato has raced the least recently, so I'm not sure who my favorites to win. Probably I'm going to say between Calabar and I'm going to say Calabar is going to be my favorite to win this one.
Yeah, he's a very talented pilot. I've been really impressed with his flying. The one thing that he is an absolute ace at is flying that Fury LX the way that she likes to fly, apparently, with the total tricording. He's very good at that.
Here we go. We're off.
Oh, here we go. I can't quite. You're gonna have to give me the updates on the names.
So we've got
Calabar right
Tom Nato with a very short lead. Calabar takes the inside through Drifter's hideout, and they're basically neck and neck going through. They collide. Oh no, they collided.
Oh no, that was so close.
Colbolsa takes the lead.
Oh, is that Colbolsa in the lead now?
It is headed into fresh air.
Colbolsa is also a very good pilot. He competed against me at the Crux Cup, and I was absolutely blown away by the amount of speed that he was able to get going around there in the Mustang. He's also a very talented pilot.
Down through rock bottom. Headed around now. Do we have the other player marker for... Oh, Ricky Tiki's still alive and pretty far back. Looks like Colbolsa is going to complete lap 1 here. We got Ricky Tiki up through heaven and down into rock bottom.
And Ricky at this point is just going to be focused on survival and staying alive the whole time so that he can get those points and secure second place. Because even though he's not... even though he's a fair ways behind, he... doesn't need to go that much faster. He doesn't even have to go fast. He just has to stay alive, and he'll get a second place finish, which is a lot of points that you want to secure those points on the board. But the duo of Tom Nato and Calabar, that's a lot of points that they've unfortunately had to leave off after that explosion.
All right, Ricky moving now through Drifter's hideout. He went wide and took a hit on the crane there and DNF'd. And as
really
Colbolsa comes through the chicane and looks to finish his first round of Heat 1 in first place. Nice and steady through there. Well done, Colbolsa.
Nice, very well done, Colbolsa. Good 10 points on the board for Colbolsa. That's two heat rounds
in
now,
heat round, yep.
Where we've only had one, I think, survivor to finish it out.
Yeah, correct. Yep. So we're on to round 3 of Heat 1 with 4 more Gladius on the track. Or Gladii. I'm not sure how you say the plural of Gladius.
Gladi.
Would it be Gladii?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now this next group we're looking at is a Neojet, Paper Hands, and Kelsar. This should be a good round. I think depending on how much practice Neojet and Kelsar have put in, they could both be very fast on this track. And Paper Hands comes from Sanguis Luna. He's been doing a fair bit to practice and trying to get better. And I think that as he works harder at it, he's going to be a pilot to keep an eye out.
We've got Kelsar in the red, Neo in the silver, and Paper Hands in the green Gladius.
We love the good paint jobs.
Kale, quick question about scoring. I just wanted to check on points for DNF and DNF order, just to make sure I'm scoring it right.
Yeah, DNFs are, if you explode in DNF, it's all zeros.
Got it.
You wanna live and you wanna survive in order to qualify for your points.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I'm trying to get my ship back down there, so we might be able to get my camera back up in a moment here. I'm just spawning the Mustang Gamma because that should work well enough for getting our shots.
Yep. On Daymar, that'll work.
Apologies to the viewers for the issues going on. We all know Star Citizen can be Star Citizen sometimes.
And Video Ninja is typically really good. It's just unfortunate right now that it's not. So my favorite to win for this race is going to be Kelsar. Neo is a vet and he's an excellent racer, but I know Kelsar is racing a lot. He's just going to be my favorite in this one to take the win. I hope I'm surprised though. I mean, I'd love for anybody to win, honestly, for everybody to complete the lap or complete the 2 laps. Bad about these DNFs. They hurt.
Yeah, I think I think these first rounds of heats are going to be a wake up call for a lot of pilots as they start to get used to. There's a lot of pilots here that are unfamiliar or are not. They don't have a huge amount of experience racing near other ships, and especially in a race environment when your nerves start getting up, your heart starts beating, you start to get worried, and you start to think about a lot of different things. So even though we've seen a lot of booms in this first heat, that doesn't mean that that's going to continue on through the rest of them. I think at least some of these pilots are going to collect their nerves. They're going to get used to it. They're going to sort of realize where they need to be at in order to be competing, and I think they'll do well in the next round.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's part of racing in the PU is being able to return to the track from an explosion and realizing maybe you're not going to get that line that you wanted through turn X or turn Y, and you may have to improvise on the spot in order to adjust to the grid size and the pilots that are flying around you.
Yeah, I think it's
waiting on the start here. It should be any second.
It's a whole different skill, that racecraft and flying around other people, and I think a lot of pilots they take a little bit to get used to that, and you're not just gonna be good at it right off the bat. I'd be very surprised if you were.
Yeah, entirely different game from the time trial grind. PU racing is just so different.
Oh yeah, and I think that's what I love about it. What I love about PU racing is just how different it is compared to time trialing.
In this format especially.
Oh yeah.
Because you're getting so many first laps, which are the most exciting. And they're off. Here we go. Kelsar in the lead, Neo close behind. Headed into Drifters. Kelsar with a nice line around through Drifters. Neo a little bit sluggish through there. Through the first hairpin turn into Dealer's Choice. Kelsar still in the lead. Neo close behind now, closing that gap a little bit. Oh, and Neo overtakes. Headed into Fresh Air. Kelsar comes around from the outside and overtakes. So really good battle here between Neo and Kelsar. Kelsar currently holding the lead. Neo making up ground. Ooh, Neo went above that crane though, I think. Up through heaven. Kelsar still in the lead. Oh, Neo is right on him here.
Neo might not have realized the track limits.
Yeah.
We'll watch if
I
he
think
comes back around and comes back over it. We may have to swap their positions on the final results here.
Kelsar still in a solid lead here, coming back through into tunnel and into drifters. Lap 2 of 2 here for this round of heat number 1. Kelsar with a nice line through drifters. Oh, he slowed down a little bit for that hairpin turn here, heading into dealer's choice. Neo's still right on him. Through dealer's choice and into fresh air. Kelsar still has the lead. Gosh, Neo is still right on him.
Paperheads has just crossed the start finish behind them.
So Neo is going above that crane there, approaching stairway. Kelsar still leading through heaven. Looks like my prediction might hold true here for Kelsar taking first. Oh, he slowed way down there going around the turn into the reckoning. And I think Kelsar is going to keep it. He's going to keep his lead. Well done, Kelsar. And Neo in second, but he did go above that crane, headed into stairway twice.
Yeah, so
do we have any more party markers here? We do. Paper Hands is still in it.
Yeah, so we'll likely need to swap his positions with Paper Hands for going above that track limit. But regardless, they still did a good job, and it's just a little bit of a mishap that I'm sure he'll fix up on his next go around.
Nice and easy for Paper Hands here.
I have got myself to the track now, so I will swap back over to my view. I think we should all be working again. Let me just transition this. Alright, now I can watch Paper Hands as he finishes out his way through the track.
Hold on, Paper. Getting points on the board.
Absolutely.
That's the end of round 3. Heat 1, round 3.
Very well done, Paper Hands. I believe we have...
Do you want me to turn my feet off, Dirk?
Yeah, you can. I won't be needing it. Let's see. I believe we have one or two more heats going here. Did we already have our Connor Riznik, Jacket, and Ivan group go, or have they?
No, we are. This should be round 4 of heat 1.
Right. Okay. So we are looking at Dia Knightsman, Dude 3D, and Sly Mako sitting out for this one. Dia Knightsman is a new pilot to the scene. This is only his second race ever, I believe, and he has been learning under the tutelage of Fresh and Jacqueline. He's got some very good teachers there to help him out in order to learn how to become the best pilot. I think in this race we are probably looking at Dude as the favorite to win this heat. I would agree with that. Yep. Extremely fast as of late. He can push world records on almost any track, as far as I can tell, when he puts in the time for it. But that doesn't. Sly Mako and Dia, they are not slouches. I wouldn't immediately throw them away as far as being potential winners in this race. And you never know with crashes too. So, as we said in the previous ones, these pilots are going to be working on being more survivable, I think, as these heats continue on. We had all those crashes in the first 2 groups, and then already in the next 2 groups, we had a lot of pilots trying to be a lot safer and not just immediately blow up.
Yep.
Just getting them set up, and then our next group, we'll have one more group in this round of heats, and then the groups will all be re-randomized, and we will take a look at our scores and see how we stand after this heat as well. Now, I'm trying to jog my memory here, Kaelstar. At the proximity threat event before, did Boltok get first in every single heat?
I believe he did place first in every heat that he raced.
Right, okay, so in this format, that means that we have seen a pilot before manage to complete a first place in every single race. So we'll see if the pilot's able to pull it off now. There's obviously a few that can still do it. Liquid Prime, Colbosa, Kaelsar, they all came first in their heats, so we'll see if someone can match that achievement. But man, that was crazy at proximity threat. I could not believe that someone was able to pull that off at all.
Fresh nearly did it as well. I believe he finished with a second place in one heat. The rest were all firsts.
Yeah, I think that second place was against Bull Talk too, so it's kind of.
That you're right. That would be correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did race each other.
Oh, almost a bit of a false start from Dude. There they go. Oh, Dude 3D had a slower start because he messed up off the beginning. But Dia and Sly will start this lead. So Dude has a lot of ground to make up here. Dia is sitting at the front. He is not... Oh, and Dia is crashing into the wall. All right, so Sly Mako takes the front. Dude 3D has a lot of ground still to make up. That is unfortunate, but Dia is a new racer, so that is to be expected from newer racers. It takes a while to get used to the nerves that you get in PU racing. Sly Mako's coming around fresh air. Dude 3D is starting to make up that time. He's not very far behind him.
Oh, Sly slowed way down there, coming out of fresh air for some reason. That gave Dude 3D a good chance to catch up here.
Not a huge gap here. Coming up through heaven. Dude 3D is doing his best. Oh no, is that a crash? Is he alive? Is he okay?
That is a DNF from
Dude 3. That is a DNF. Alright, so Sly Mako is the only one alive. So he just needs to complete these 2 laps alive. And he secures himself 10 points in the first place. He just needs to be a little more careful. He's a little tight around there. Might have bonked his nose a bit, but he's still alive. So he only has a little bit more. One more lap for Sly Mako. If he can finish this lap, that's 10 points on the board. And that is a good chance at going into that top 8. I think 1 or 2 first places, and I think you have a really good chance of getting into the upper half and getting into the top 8.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how cautious racers are in round 2, or sorry, heat their round of heat 2, given how many DNS we had in heat 1 so far.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I can tell Sly is slowing it up just a little bit. He went a little bit slow around some of those turns in order to make sure that he is not risking himself. But he's doing a pretty good job here, staying below, staying in his limits. Coming up into heaven. Just wants to come around one last time here. Cross the finish line. That's all he needs. Sly, I believe, is Sly with Sly's with Frontier, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He is.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented pilots in Frontier. Their team, I believe, is ran by Tint. There you go, Sly across the line for a first place, and they have
Sly.
They have a very good team there, so I'm not surprised that they come out with a win early on here. We have our parking lot set up just outside of the grid area, and we'll have one last heat to go here. We have Airside Ivan, Connor Rizes, and Jacqueline, and then we can move on to taking a look to see how our scores are panning out. So let me I'll swap us over real quick to our current heat scores. We can see with still one more round to go, so still is another person to join into this. We'll call it the top 5, but the top 4 of Kolbosa, Liquid Prime, Kelsar, and Sly. Paperhands and Neojet just behind them. But of all the pilots to race so far, it's only 6 pilots who have managed to collect some points in the first round. So that is a huge bump to get early on, and that is what you want to get. You want to just get every point that you can, so that you can get to that top 8 and compete for the final prizes. So anyone who has already picked up some points in this round, they are already at a decided advantage, I would say.
Definitely, especially with this being the last round of Heat 1.
And they're off. There you go. Connor starts in the lead. Jacqueline's not far behind him. Jacqueline, another young pilot coming from Sanguis Luna, working under the tutelage of Fresh. Can't get a much better teacher than that.
Connor can't. Oh, Connor a bit wide, had to overcorrect there through Drifter's hideout. Nice line from Connor though, around going through Dealer's Choice.
Cool. It's I'm trying to work the camera here with the Gamma. It's not quite as smooth as using a Fury LX, but Jacqueline overtakes Connor. in the straight. Connor,
Headed up to the stairway.
the experienced vet, who's had a lot of time to hone his skills. He's not. Oh, he makes an overtake at Heaven as well. Oh, this is a tight fight between Connor and Jackaden. This is very good.
Great move there by Connor. Oh, he slowed down through the chicane here.
Oh, he lost a little speed.
He bonked. I'm not sure. He went very wide there.
Jackaden takes back the lead from Connor. I believe part of it might be that knowing Fresh and how he flies this track, I believe Jackaden is probably doing what I would call a dolphin dive through that chicane, while Connor might be doing a rolling turn in the chicane, and I believe the dolphin dive is quite a bit faster. So that gives him more speed in that turn. But Connor's catching up. He's not far behind Jackaden.
Connor has made a lot of ground up here. His track experience showing.
Ivan's still alive in the back, doing a great job. Even if he only takes third place, that's still a lot of points on the board. That'll stick you up right around that top 8. That's exactly what you want. Oh, Jackaden's starting to build a little more lead on Connor now. He needs to catch up if he wants a chance at winning this heat. But honestly, if I were Connor at this point, I may just be saying, you know what? I'm not catching Jackaden. That's
exactly.
Okay. I'm just going to survive and make sure that I finish this out with my
take the second place
points.
Although he had an excellent line through there coming down into rock bottom, and he made up a ton of ground on Jackaden there. It's a really great move by Connor going through, now headed into the Reckoning. Jackaden extends the lead through the last slalom. Close. And Jackaden takes it. Well done, Jackaden. Well done, Connor. That was a great battle there.
Battle through those 2 laps. My goodness.
And Airsai coming into the Reckoning.
Yeah, Airsai's still alive. Very well done. He's going to come in, and as long as he finishes this one alive, he's going to secure some third place points, which is just also just very valuable. Very well done. There we go. Well done, Airsai. Nice job, everyone. Is that our first full heat of survivors, or did they do that in the last one too?
I believe the last race had everybody.
Yeah, so as this race is going on, pilots are getting a little bit better. They're getting more used to how they need to fly this in order to survive, and they are they're collecting their points. Shout out to Connor and Steve CC for wrangling the cats today. Steve is watching the times, and even though Connor's racing, he's still helping to wrangle everyone and figure out who's next up on deck. So that's the end of our first round of heats. So we'll take a quick look at our heat scoring again to see what we got. Our top 5 now is looking at Jackaden, Kolbosa, Liquid Prime, Kelsar, and Sly Mako, with Connor Riznik, Paper Hands hot on their tails. Airsai, Ivan, and Neojet tied with points in that 8th position. Yeah, it's anyone's game still. There's no clear winners. We got a few more heats before the points start to sort of even out, and we see who's trying to sit around the top. I go to our second round of heats here. We can take a look at our groups. So this first group of Connor, Liquid, Neo, and Kalesar. Oh, is that all? Did Connor win his heat? Let me double check that again. Was Connor have 10 points as well? No, Connor had 7 points.
Connor finished second just now.
Right. So, but this first heat is looking at all people with points. So this is a competitive one. This is one that you really want to do well in, because if you first place here means that's 3 less points that anyone else that you're competing against can get. Outside of that, I think this is probably the scariest heat to be in. Maybe even Group 2 of Jackaden, Kolbosa, Nashron, and Tom Nato. Tom Nato, though he blew up on that first lap, or on that first round, I wouldn't say that he's not gonna be able to come back, because he's a talented pilot who's done a lot of practice at this track in the Gladi-Yadar. I've seen him practicing this for a long time, even before this race was announced. Had spent months, and I think he currently holds the record, Gladius at Yadar, of a 55 something.
It's a really fast time.
He's a very fast pilot.
So we've got 3 vets and some new blood with Liquid in this one. New blood regarding XGR at least. This would be, in this one, I'm gonna put my money on it being a battle between Kelsar and Connor, and they're off.
There we go. They're off. Liquid looking to take an early lead, fighting with Connor. Coming up around Drifters, but Connor holds on to his lead. Kelsar's not far behind. Neojet had a little bit of a slow start. Kelsar hit. But he's alive.
He's still alive.
That's huge if he can stay alive. Now him and Neo are going to fight for that 3rd position. Let's watch this front here of Connor and Liquid. Liquid is not very far behind. I did a few laps racing with Liquid when we were practicing, and I was very impressed. I had to push really hard in order to maintain my lead on him. So Connor is doing a great job here of keeping ahead of Liquid Prime. Oh, did he hit? Connor,
DNF.
no! Oh,
Liquid
all
takes
right.
first, up through heaven, and down into rock bottom.
Let's
Connor
see what's
DNF'd on something there.
our third place fight looking like between Neo and Kaelsar. Oh, looks like Neo is taking a clear lead. I assume Kaelsar's damage must be slowing him down quite a bit.
Yeah, Kelsar hit really hard there in the beginning.
Oh, but he's keeping up on Neo. Look at that. Oh, what a go through heaven. I want to watch this battle. You keep an eye on Liquid and let me know how it goes. But Kaelsar is overtaking Neojet
He just
now.
overtook him.
Oh,
wow.
goodness.
I told you, Kelsar was my favorite in this one. He could, well, I don't know if he could catch Liquid at this point, but what a battle there.
Oh, what a...
Liquid just through drifters now, taking the hairpin.
Kelsar is pushing. My goodness, I think he's making up time on Liquid Prime here. If this race was more than 2 laps, I think Liquid's position might not be entirely safe. But with it being only a 2-lap heat, I don't think Connor needs to be Liquid needs to be too worried. He just needs to stay alive and finish this one good. Let's go check out Liquid and make sure he finishes this one
He is entering
alive.
heaven now. Down at rock bottom, nice line through there. Coming up through the Solomon here. Round to the Reckoning.
Very well done by Liquid Prime.
Okay, so the gap widened a bit between Kelsar and Liquid there, but wow, Kelsar had really made up some ground. Well done to Liquid for the first place finish there.
Incredible.
In the first round of Heat 2, Kelsar coming around. Nice and smooth. Looks like he's going to take second place. And if Neo stays alive, it'll be third for Neo.
Are we seeing the return of Connor DNF Riznik? I thought it was over. I thought he was
well
surviving.
done,
Great job, Kelsar. Great job, Neojet. Great job, Liquid.
Nice work. Nice work.
Everyone's done.
Especially Kelsar coming back from that impact.
Oh man, and the overtake
crazy
on Neo, like his line through heaven was absurdly fast. He just him flying through in order to take that position back. That was
Let's
really
go take
impressive.
a look at his ship and see if he's got any visible damage, but he appeared to be flying as normal there once he recovered.
All right, our next group of Jacodin, Tom Nato, Ulbosa, and Nashron are setting up now. Tom Nato, this is that pilot I was talking about who he has been sending clips of his Gladi-Yadar laps to me. I think since like 8 months ago. So he has a lot of time spent here with the Gladi-Yadar. As you can see in that first heat, he immediately jumped the gap around drifters. It's a tight shortcut that not very many pilots are willing to take because of the danger. But he is so familiar and so comfortable here that he just goes for it. Aside of that, Kolbosa and Jacodin, both very strong pilots. And really, any of those three, I think, could win this one. I think it's going to be a lot on Tom Nato to make sure that he doesn't collide with another pilot. And here we go.
Here we go. I'm gonna say Jacodin's gonna take this one, but here we go.
Jacodin at the front. Oh, Kolbosa fighting with him. It's a battle. They might have rubbed a little bit. And hopefully, see if Tom Nato can take advantage of that. Kolbosa's holding in the lead. Tom Nato's not far behind Jacodin. Oh, with a tight line.
Overtakes Jacodin.
Oh, what a
clearly
line.
clearly a better line through that hairpin there. Now through dealer's choice, Tom Nato making up ground on Kolbosa and Jacodin on Tom Nato.
This is a tight fight between the top three here.
Kolbosa through the stairway, up to heaven. Tom Nato right on him. Kolbosa with a great line. Both of them with a great line through rock bottom. Jacodin on their tails.
Jacodin's not making this easy on them either. He's making them know that he's right there.
Yeah, this is anybody's race still. There's less than 50 meters between them when they're taking turns here now.
Return Tom Nato with a good line through there. He has much speed on Kolbosa.
Oh, he tried to overtake.
Collide.
Oh no, the reckless overtake cost him. Jacodin immediately in front, going through tunnel and into drifters.
Kolbosa's still alive though, and that's that experience. That's that racing experience that you have about safe overtakes and when you can overtake. But Kolbosa stays alive. Oh, he might have
took a wide line there through. Yep.
Still okay. Jacodin's got a hold onto this lead. Colbosa's not
He
going to
is
make it
making
easy.
up ground on Jacket, and he's not going to make this easy, so he must still have an undamaged ship. Wow, he has gained a ton of ground coming through fresh air.
I think Colbosa might be missing wings, which I have found doing laps here that sometimes losing your wings is almost a good thing, as long as you don't lose any Mavs at the same time. So, may use that to his advantage here. Coming up through heaven. Colbosa's got the... Oh, I don't know. It's tight. It's really tight. They both have great lines through there. Here's probably the last chance for Colbosa. He needs to overtake right here. He just
it looks like they touched. It looks like they touched, and he pushed Jacket in wide there.
Oh, and Colbosa manages to pull ahead and take the lead right at the end. Wow,
what a battle.
racing. What a battle between the two of them. Great racing, everyone. Even Tom Nato,
well done to
he
both of
held
you.
in for a while there. Where do we still have Nashron, or have we lost him?
I've lost his party marker.
Yeah, all right, so we may have lost Nashron, but great racing, all four of you guys. Wow, that was so far one of the most entertaining battles of the day. My goodness. Next group is already getting ready.
Yeah, it looks like Ricky Ticky, Fishy, Dude 3D, and we might have someone else that's repairing currently that's going to be up there with them. This could be a group of 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is just a group of 3. Normally we try to keep them all the groups of 4, but with the number of pilots that we have have had to do 3 groups of 3 in order to even it out.
Sure. My money is going to be on Dude 3D for this one. We'll see. I hope I get surprised.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with Little Fishy's flying, but that doesn't mean that he's not a good pilot and that he couldn't come out fast here. I don't remember how he did in that first round of heats.
And as we've seen in this format, it's only 2 laps. You really have to go for it. So you're going to see, just like we did, some reckless overtakes and some RNG, some randomness happening that sort of evens the playing field between new and veteran pilots on a track like this with this style of race format, because with 2 laps, you've only got so long to try to make it to the front. So
I have to give massive kudos and thanks to Connor and Steve for doing their cat wrangling today. They've done a great job so far. Everyone's getting ready and going quick. We've had very little downtime between these groups.
Yep, and we've still got shadows almost directly overhead, so we've got lots of daylight left for some solid racing.
If it keeps going at this speed, I think we should even have our finals during the day. I was a little worried they might be at nighttime.
Okay, any second here, and they're going to be off.
This will be a good one. But I think that last race really kind of showed where that racer experience comes in. Jacqueline and Colbosa have done a lot of racing around other pilots. Have gotten used to. Oh, here we go. They're off. Little Fishy had a slow takeoff. Dude 3D really tight on Ricky, but manages to overtake.
Just past him, yeah.
It is a whole other skill with the current setup. Before you used to be able to, on the takeoff, you would basically put your throttle fully forward. Oh, dude, no! 3D crashes. No.
He took a shallow line through there and had such a easy lead for an easy first place. Now it's going to be on to Ricky Ticky.
Oh, but Ricky Ticky and Little Fishy's still alive, even though he's getting a little bumped around. Ricky Ticky's just going to do what he can to finish this one out safe, and if he does this well enough, he will collect himself a first place points. It's part of this format. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the fastest pilot. You have to be the smartest pilot, I think.
Yeah, survivability is everything in a points-based scoring system for sure. Okay, nice and easy up to stairway. Tiki climbing up through heaven now.
You get nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, Ricky. Let's see if we can go back, see if Little Fishy is still cooking. He is. He's coming up to fresh air now. Very well done for Fishy. I know this is a new recruit for Black Star. He will be under the tutelage of Billboy, so keep an eye out there, because Black Star
Billboy's a legend.
Oh, Black Star turns out some of the best pilots I've ever seen.
Okay, Ricky's about to complete lap number 1, still intact. Nice and smooth, Ricky, and you've got a first place.
Fishy's coming up through heaven. Still alive. He's coming into the slaloms now. See, at this point, if you're either of these pilots, you're just thinking survive. You're just thinking, I gotta get through this one alive, not crash.
Yeah. Just marking time. Nice and smooth. Ricky super cautious there through drifters.
look. Let's get the camera over on Ricky to see where he's at.
He is headed through dealer's choice now.
He's keeping it alive, keeping himself together. He's looking to collect those 10 points and fight for his spot in the top 8. And once you get into the top 8, it's really anyone's game. Like, you just need to survive a few laps and be a little bit ahead of others. And you'll have a good opportunity to get into those prizes. Very well done, Ricky. Looking good through heaven. I think this is one of the fun things about this format where we have these randomized groups as well, because you don't always end up in a group where you're like, oh man, I have to compete against Fresh and Billboy, and they're, oh,
Sure.
but you'll end up in some heats where you're like, okay, these pilots are pilots that I'm familiar with, that I know I can compete with, and I know I can take a win. And Ricky, you gotta just take advantage of whatever opportunity you're given. Ricky is doing right now.
Well done, Ricky. Looks like he's going to take the first place.
Very well done. Very well. Smart flying, Ricky.
Points on the board.
She's now coming up through heaven. That's what we like to see. We like to see out of a group of 3, at least 2 of them survive. Now that I say that, I've probably cursed Fishy, and he's going to crash in the last turn. Ah, he's looking good. He's got this.
Nice and steady. 2 more turns. And he picks up a second place. Looks like he's going to do it. Well done, Fishy. Consistency is key.
Absolutely. Very well done. All right. We got 2 more groups in this round of heats. And I think these standings are going to shake out quite a bit more after this. You have Calabar, Paper Hands, and Mako.
And you know Calabar is going to be eager to get points for having an unfortunate crash there in his round of Heat 1.
I think as long as Calabar plays this one safe and flies it relatively well, he shouldn't be too worried. But Slime Mako's no slouch and Paper Hands is no slouch. So he can't just, be absolutely sandbagging it if he wants to take the win here. But I think Calabar does have the skills, and he's like you say, he's going to be hungry to correct that that first heat. Not necessarily his mistake, but it's part of the racing. That's what happens.
Looks like they are in position. You got Connor moving off the track, so this will be starting here in just a moment.
So I've just gotten word from our race director, who has been keeping track of the time for us. The third, fourth, and fifth heats, we will be dropping to only 1 lap in order to save a little bit of time. Because we want to do our best to keep this race within a fair bit of time, and we want to do our best to have our top 8 during the daylight if we can. So these heats are just going to get even more desperate after this round, where you need to take your position early and take it in the first lap. Otherwise, you're not going to collect your points.
And that really turns up the pressure, taking away, reducing the number of laps by half. So it'll be interesting to see how the pilots adjust to that, and if it turns into chaos or if they can focus through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any second now for this start.
Yeah, I'm sure Steve is just about to hit that button. And one thing that I really like, I was talking about this a second ago or in the last lap. Oh, here we go. They go.
Here we go.
That takeoff is a whole strategy. Calabar's in the front. Before, it used to be, before a certain update, you could just hold forward and boost and then strafe up when the timer went, and that was the best way to do it. But now, you have to do a bit of a flick. You can't have any forward thrust going when you strafe up, otherwise your landing gear will keep you stuck to the ground. Calabar's taking an early lead here.
Oh, yeah. And he is entering first air right now with a pretty big lead over Sly. Calabar screaming towards the away.
He is absolutely flying. He's
up through heaven.
Playing this like it's already the
Yeah, he took a beautiful line through there. Sly Mako making up a little bit of ground here on Calabar. Actually, a lot of ground on Calabar here.
Not far. It is crazy. You see different pilots take different lines through different sections, and it definitely shows that some pilots have faster lines in certain sections than others. I think Sly Mako has the faster back half, but Calabar has a much faster first half to this race.
I would agree with that.
See if Mako can
Mako
make
coming
it
in
up.
really quick. DNFs
Oh.
in. Drifter right there came in way too fast. Calabar nice and steady through there, the smooth line. And now this race is his if he stays alive.
You have Paper Hands still alive in the back. Yes, he is. The Paper Hands now. He just needs to survive, and he'll be looking at a good second place.
Calabar nice and easy through fresh air and making his way under the crane to the stairway.
Very well done, Calabar. I am very impressed with your flying.
Beautiful line through heaven there.
Nice and smooth. And I'm sure if he's paid attention to the explosions that he is taking it a little bit easier and going in the middle of every checkpoint, you know, rather than cutting every line tight. That seems to be the case.
And it looks like Calabar was using a dolphin dive strat there through the cranes after rock bottom. So I wonder if that becomes the meta here for laps. Well done, Calabar. That was great.
Very, very, very well done. Good first place. We'll go over to Paper Hands. Just has this lap to finish up, and then he can secure some second place points for himself. You know that's going to feel good for Paper. He's just lucky that there's no scissor hands here, otherwise he'd have his kryptonite.
Oh, God.
He's coming through the last little bit. Moving through the slalom. Is he doing a dolphin dive here as well? He is.
He is.
He's just a little slower on it. But that's okay.
Nice and easy through there into the reckoning.
Very well done. So once he crosses the line here, we've got one more group that's going to go for this heat, and then every heat afterwards is only going to be a single lap so that we can save that bit of time. Then
Yeah, one more
flying during the day.
Yeah, one more. Nice job, Paper.
Well done, Paper Hands.
One more race, and that'll be the end of Heat 2.
And our last race is going to be Ivan, Gia Knightsman, and Tamulu. I believe
right back
Tamulu is a friend of Boltox. So if he's anything like his friend, then we keep an eye out for Tamulu, because it won't be long before he's winning every event that you see him in. Gia also, I've been impressed so far with his showing for a newer pilot in his second race. And I believe sitting around in the back here, right? So the race director informed me that we are having Dragon Hunter. He will get to compete a few times, but he was late to the event, so he will not get to collect points. However, he is going to race in sort of an overflow position and still get a chance to enjoy himself and enjoy some racing today, even though he's not necessarily competing for the final points at the end of this event, for the final prizes. Races are just getting lined up now. So I just need to check a message there from our race director. He's just confirming that we're going to do one laps after from heat 3, 4, and 5.
I'm back, Dirk.
Welcome back. I think this one could be anyone's game. I think this is going to be a close race, and hopefully all of our pilots will survive through it. I think that's the biggest question, is how many are going to have crashes early on or not. But I think it'll be very good. It'll be competitive amongst all 4 of these pilots.
Yeah, and as we've seen, oh, they're off. Here we go.
There you go. It was quick. Ivan has that flick down better than anyone else in this group. Dragon Hunter overtaking Tamulu, going for an overtake on Dia as well. Oh, but he had to go a little bit wide, and he almost crashes into Tamulu.
Oh,
that was
Ivan
close.
is out with a DNF after drifters.
Ivan. gives Jia the front. He's taking it easy through that turn there. Tamulu's not far behind him. Dragon also pushing to keep up. Comes Jia in the front with Tamulu at fresh air. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, this is close. This is close between these two. Very well done, pilots. Let's see who's got the better heaven. I think whoever has the better heaven line here is going to do a lot for the lead. Tamulu.
And that's going to be Tamulu.
Oh,
right
much faster. With an overtake.
This is where you can't get tunnel vision.
Oh, Jia needs to fight to get back into that position. This is also, Gia's a little bit new to racing. This is where the experience really helps when you're sitting behind in your position and you need to overtake. It's a completely different racing than when you're in the lead. Tamulu's just gonna try to stay smooth, but I think Gia has the better lines through this beginning half. If he does well through drifters, could overtake him. But Tamulu's holding it.
Tamulu with a strong line through there. That was a pretty strong line.
It's a very strong line. He's gathered a lot more distance between himself and Jia. Dragon was not far behind. He popped up on screen for a moment there. He's also battling. Coming to fresh air. Yeah, I think Tamulu, as long as he stays safe through the rest of this, he has secured himself a first place. Where's Dragon? Have we lost Dragon? Oh, we lost Dragon. He did DNF. That is really unfortunate. So Jia, now you need to be thinking, well, I'm not overtaking Tamulu anymore, but I'm going to secure my second place points. Because you shouldn't be too concerned about your heat to heat positions aside from gathering some points. You're more concerned just trying to get yourself into that top 8. That should be your goal here. Tamulu going through well. Jia not far behind. There he goes. As long as Jia makes this corner. Tamulu, very well done. Jia, very well done. It's a first and a second place. And that is our completion of heat
number 2. Now, did we see Neojet race in this heat?
Yeah, he was in the very first group.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He got a 3rd place in the very first group. He had the strongest group, I think. Very scary.
Sorry, Neo.
Cool.
Forgot about you.
That was the crazy battle between Liquid and Kelsar and Connor DNF.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah, that was a really intense one. So let's move over. If I get us over to our heat standings, we can see how they've shaken out a little bit more. We'll transition us over. So after 2 rounds, we have Kolbosa and Liquid sitting pretty at the top with 20 points apiece. And Jacquid and Kelsar right behind them, 17 points apiece. Paperhands has been able to get himself 14 points through two heats. He's been doing very well. Calabar, Neojet, Ricky, Sly, and Tamulu all tied at 10 points, fighting for those last positions in the top 8. I think should Kolbosa and Liquid have some decent showings through these last 3 heats, they should be guaranteeing their position in the heats in order to compete in the finals. But I think it will be a tight race for those last few spots. There's a lot of racers that are well within the points being able to get it. Just outside of the screen is Tom Nato in 17. And I think I still wouldn't count him out. He just needs a few good races here, and he could push himself up into that top 8 still. Go back over and look at it. This is our first group of Connor, Nashron, Dia, and Paper. This will be a good fight, I think.
I'm going to give the favorite to Connor here to win this one.
Yeah.
As long as he stays consistent with this lead, this looks like to me that it would be Connor's race. So again, I hope I get surprised, but I'm going to put my money on Connor. And here we go.
We're off. Paperhands had the best jump, I think. He had the best flick, but Nashron and Dia are not just giving it to him. Dia has to slow down a little bit so he doesn't crash into the back of Paperhands. There's a tight group in the second position. Connor is pulling away a little bit to hold his first place. Very well done, Connor. But the fight, Paperhands explodes in DNFs. That is really unfortunate. But between Nashron and Gia, battling for second and third. Remember, this is only 1 lap, so I think... Oh, Nashron slowed down a bit. Gia overtakes. Nashron must have lost his way for a second on the track. So Connor's going to sit in first, and Gia manages to slide into second. Let's go see and make sure Connor's still going through. He looks great.
His great line through heaven. Nice and tight.
think Connor
Inverts
should
for
take
that one, doesn't dolphin dive.
Gia and Nashron battling it out for that second place position. Gia's got a good
Connor.
lead right now. Connor's quite a ways ahead. As long as he stays alive and finishes this out, that will be a first place finish for Connor.
Well done,
Very
Connor.
well
That's a
done.
first place.
Good job. Yeah, Nashron.
Little-
Oh, they're getting a little closer now.
Yeah, a
Nashron
little
is
bit of a
starting to
battle
catch
here.
up.
Oh, Nashron went way wide there. Could have been a battle there at the end, but it looks like Diu will take a solid second place.
Very well done. I think Nashron probably at the end of those slaloms was gathered a lot of speed trying to catch up to Dia, but Dia had the better exit and line at the end. Very well done, Nashron. Very well done.
And nice job again, Connor, with that solid first place there.
So Connor is now, with that, pushes himself up into the top 8. It's at 17 points, which would tie him with 3rd and 4th place. However, those pilots still need to do their rounds here. So it's not a guaranteed in the top 8, but I think that is a lot of points that for Connor. That's a huge deal for him to get there. All right, we have Liquid, Ivan, Tomnado, and is this a 3-person group? I believe it might be. Check our scoring and see who's coming up. Heat 3. Tomnado. Oh, Neojet. He's coming in. He's coming in to join here. This will be a group between Ivan, Liquid, Neo, and Tomnado. Be very tight. Little unfortunate for Tom. I think he had, for his speed around this track, I think he had the advantage in those first 2 heats. But now he's going up against Liquid and Neo. And these are both very strong pilots. And Ivan. Ivan's no slouch. I don't mean to discount him. But for Tom, who's currently sitting at 0 points, this is a very important race for him. I think for him, he just wants to just finish his lap, get points on the board, and worry about the rest later. But for now, he needs to end this streak of DNFs if he wants a chance at getting into the top 8.
Do we see Neo? Is he coming back from repair?
I believe I saw his name a moment ago. Maybe, oh, maybe it was Sly Mako. I do not see Neo. Oh, we'll see. I'm sure our organizers are setting up. Oh, here we go. They're pulling them. I think they're pulling them off. Yeah, they're grabbing a different group, which it's a benefit to this.
That's a good decision
format.
there.
Yeah,
good decision there.
Great idea. Huge benefit to this format. You can just go to a different group. Oh no, they're coming back.
Okay.
Coming back.
Did they do a swap out, or are they going to run with 3 and tag Neo onto a
there's
group
Neo.
of 4?
There you go.
There
Here
he is.
comes
Okay.
Neo. There you go.
Yeah, and this is absolutely in the realm for Neo to take this handily, because he is a very experienced vet.
Yeah, I think Neo's experience in races here will be his biggest advantage. I think between Tom and Liquid, they are inexperienced, but they do have speed, so they just need to be smart, and they need to fly safely and get some points on this board. Liquid right now, who's sitting pretty in the top of the heat scoring, he will want to continue that streak here and position himself well.
And like you said, the takeoff now, whether intended, they're off.
There we go. They're all very fast. Neo was a little bit slow off the jump, I think, compared to the rest of them. But they all came up around the same time. Liquid's holding the front. Tomnado looking to overtake Ivan. Is he going to survive his overtakes this time? Oh, he goes for the tight line, and it catches him up to Liquid. Wow, that cut. Oh, Ivan, that's too unfortunate.
Tomnado with an impressive overtake there.
Wow, very well done. He's learning his lessons from the first rounds.
Through dealer's choice into fresh air. Liquid really fast through there. There was Mike. Oh, he swung wide through fresh air.
Tomnado and Liquid, they are tight. That is a very short distance between 2 racers for that straight section. Sorry guys, my Gamma can't quite keep up with them. They are too fast around this track.
Wow. Liquid was screaming through heaven. Tomnado with a dolphin dive, quick line, but Liquid gained a ton of ground there.
Oh, it's 1 lap. He needs to overtake right here because Liquid have the better line. Tomnado holds it, and I think that'll be it. There we go, Tomnado. Congrats, man.
Battle.
Liquid, second place. That is what you want to see for Tom. That is just great. He gets his points on the board. Neojet coming in and settling into a 3rd place. No problem there. He had a bit of a slow start, and I think he struggled to catch up after that. with this absolute crazy speeds that Tom and Liquid were showing off there. That was very well done by those two. I'm sure Tom is feeling a huge relief right now after.
Get those points on the board now.
Oh yeah.
When he still has a chance.
Oh, absolutely. I think he still is technically with before any more points get added. I think he sits in the top 8 with 10 points. That being said, he needs to secure some first and some second places, I think, through the last 2 heats that he will compete in if he wants to sit in the top 8, because there's some other pilots here that just need some decent positions to stay above him. That was a very, very well done by Tom Nato. I'm give him huge kudos.
Now, do we have a fourth for this particular round, or is this a 3?
This is a 3. This is a Jacketin, Kelsar, Slime Mako group.
This should be an exciting race here. This is a stacked little grid.
Absolutely. These are 3 great pilots. Very well done, all 3 of these guys. I've seen in chat, I think there must be something invisible there. He hit exactly the same spot. I am familiar with the spot that Ivan crashed into twice. Oh, here we go.
They're off. Here we go.
And it is just simply as you come around that corner and you kick your tail out, it is very easy to scrape your engines on that turn. Jacquelin's currently sitting in the lead. Oh, Kelsar went wide. Mako makes it up, but Kelsar...
Oh, they touched.
They touched.
Mako and Kelsar touched. They're still alive.
Jacqueline sitting pretty in first. So Jacqueline now, he just wants to have a smooth finish, and he should secure himself some first place points. I think Kelsar's hoping now for a mistake from Mako so he can overtake. Mako's hoping for a mistake from Jacqueline so he can overtake. Kelsar and Sly Mako are not far behind each other. Jacqueline up through heaven. Bit of a tall line. Mako has a really tight line through there, but I think this gap is too much.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be contested here, heading into the reckoning.
Oh, unless Jacqueline, did he have a mistake there? No, he looks okay.
Oh, he just took that really slow. Kelsar, though, screaming through the chicane there, or the slalom.
All 3 pilots.
Jacqueline secures the first place. Well done.
Well done. That's a 3-pilot finish as well, which is also very impressive. Everyone manages to finish that one out alive. Good job, all you pilots.
Yeah, so it looked like exiting Drifter's hideout there that Kelsar and Mako made contact, but I don't know if they took any damage.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about this Gladius. Well, it's not, I wouldn't compare it to some of the chonkier ships that you can basically run into each other as often as you like and not worry about blowing up. You do need to be fairly safe with the Gladius, but you can still, do a little bit of race rubbing. You can scrape each other's hulls just a little bit, and you won't die, and you can keep racing. And I think that's one of the really fun parts about this format and this ship combination. This next group is probably going to be Dude 3D, Ricky Tiki, and Tamulu. I think this will be a tight one. I've been impressed by all 3 of these pilots. Ricky doing a great job of surviving through his laps. Tamulu as well has looked very good for one of his first races. Dude 3D, I think, is going to look to capitalize on an opportunity and get a first place here, and I think he wants to, there's a little bit of proving your worth through these heats as well. You don't want people to underestimate your flying abilities.
Or do you? Not really, actually. It does matter, especially for confidence in taking a line, because if you think that a pilot might be entering a turn less confident than you are, you might try to take that sneaky line with an overtake. And if they suddenly correct or try to boost to gain more speed because they just don't know the turn as well, you can end up crossing lines and colliding. So it does actually matter how people perceive you on the track, especially when it comes to close proximity tracks like Yadar or Snake Pit or a proximity threat track.
100% agreed. All right, our pilots are lining up. We're going through these much quicker now. I don't know if anyone has a verse guide time on daylight at Yadar Valley. I wouldn't mind knowing how much time we've got going until nighttime is going to hit, because that's going to make the races interesting. I think we might end up with the last heats and the final race in the night.
Based on the shadows, I'm going to say it's under 20 minutes till we start to get a severe change here, or a drastic change in lighting.
Yeah.
Less than 20 minutes. Here we go. They're off.
There we go. All had good starts. Ricky a little bit slower off the line. Dude took a very quick start. I think he's out here looking to prove something, taking the line that
Oh,
fast.
way wide there through drifters. Lost a lot of speed there.
Stays alive, and that's kind of the main thing, that he lives. Went through that turn fast. Another wide line. Tamula with tighter lines. Catches up to Dude. Oh, it's very tight through here. Tamula with an overtake.
An easy overtake here.
Oh,
Dude
Ricky, he might have lost something earlier.
Yep.
Because he was taking those lines a lot wider than you'd expect of a pilot of his skill level. But Tamulu, wow, look at this. What did I say? The Boltok connection. You gotta watch out. These Frenchmen.
Dolphin dive.
They're fast.
Through the crane slalom here. Nice and easy. Into
Very
the
well
reckoning
done.
for Tamulu.
Got an update in chat from Jackatin. 7 minutes until sunset. All right, so
Okay, I was way off.
very soon we're gonna have nighttime. So I hope these races have reshade because it's a scary track
Well done,
at night.
Tamulu.
Very well done, Tamulu. Congratulations on that first place. Ricky's still moving through.
Nice and easy. Get the points, Ricky.
Absolutely. Well done, Ricky. Very, very well done. Just finishing it out. There we go. Nice. I do have reshade on my setup here, so when we do get dark, we should still be able to get some good visuals of our pilots even when it's nighttime. Fishy says in chat, never done this at night and don't have reshade. This will be fun. Well, good luck, Fishy. It's fly by feel when it's nighttime. Let's try to remember where all the turns are. Alright, I think this is our last group. We're looking at Calabar, Colbosa, and Little Fishy.
This will complete Heat 3, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You can see how our points are shaking out. I still don't have a favorite to win this whole event. I think anyone can take, like literally anyone on the grid could take this.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see the fastest pilots at the end and some who are not. And I think it's going to come down to consistency and being able to fly this track at night successfully with 8 other pilots around you.
Yep. I would agree. I think a lot of these pilots here are a lot of these pilots who are vets and experienced are having a slight advantage in that because they do have the experience, which is great for them. And it's allowing them opportunities to feel good and to take some wins in each heat. And then there's a lot of newer pilots here who are very fast, but they don't have the experience and they are crashing out. But it's a lot of impressive flying here today.
All right, any second now they're going to launch.
And we're going to look at a tight battle for front here. A lot will depend on this launch, how quick they launch off with only 1 lap. You need to have a really good launch here.
And my favorite to win is going to be Calabar. Here we go.
Here it goes. Calabar and Colbosa both with some quick takeoffs. Colbosa sitting in the lead. Calabar's looking to battle it out, try to get ahead of him. Oh, but he's slow through there. Colbosa's much faster. Builds a little bit more of a lead. Only 1 lap, so Calabar doesn't have a lot of time to make up his space. He's got to hope that he's got the better line through heaven, I would say. I think that's where a lot of time gets made up. A little time made up there, I think. I think they got a little bit
Just
closer.
a little bit.
No, the gap looks big. It's not that big. It's a long, fast straight. See Colbosa's line through heaven. Looks maybe a little wide. Calabar also a little bit wide, so I don't think he's going to make up any time. At this point, Calabar, I would say, is trying to secure his second place points. Well done. Colbosa looking smooth through there. Very well done. Oh, it's getting a little stormy here. It's hard to see. I can only imagine for the pilots down below.
Nice job, Colbosa. Nice job, Calabar.
Great job, everyone. We still have our other pilot. Who was in there? We may have lost him.
We did lose him.
Alright, so there's a DNF for Fishy. Still, well done, Fishy. Alright, we're moving on to this next group of heats. I'll adjust my I reshade a little bit here. Do we want that one or we want that one? Maybe we'll take this one here for now. Should have good visual of everybody. Connor lining up the next group. We'll take a quick second to take a look at the scoring and see where we are standing right now. Yeah, swap over to it. Right now, sitting in the front is Kolbosa with 30 points. Jackin and Liquid Prime 27 each, not far behind him, but Kolbosa pulls ahead in that group of heats. Kelsar and Tamulu also fighting right behind him. Wow, Tamulu with 20 points. I didn't even realize how close he was with the other group. Kalbar, Connor, Riznik, Ricky Tiki, and Slimako all tied at 17 points. Anyone want to get in? Neojet not far behind. Gia Knightsman not far behind. Anyone really can still make it into this top 8. This is a great event so far, and really impressed by all the pilots here. All right, we'll move back over to the view of the track. We're getting into our first of the nighttime racing. It's gonna be it's gonna be great, I think.
Well, Drifters always seems to be the great filter for nighttime races. Either tunnel, because of the launch and the speed from the straight. Oh, they're off. Here we go.
Nashron with the slower takeoff. Kelsar and Neo both taking off around the same time. Kelsar looking to move his way around Drifters. Neojet tight on him. Kelsar holds his lead.
Oh, went a little wonky there, exiting Drifter's hideout.
Kelsar still holds it. Neojet's not far behind. Ricky and Nashron sitting pretty in their 3rd and 4th positions.
Kelsar through Dealer's Choice into Fresh Air. Nice smooth line through there. Neo went a little bit wide through there. Lost some speed.
Kelsar's got a good gap here. He just needs to hold on to this a little bit longer. And then he can take this 10 points first place finish.
If he makes one mistake, though, if he makes one mistake, Neo is right on him.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have any room for error. Neo is going to absolutely be trying to overtake him for those 10. He wants those 10 points bad.
Neo with a faster line coming into Reckoning. He is right on Kelsar here.
Kelsar holds it.
Oh, battle. That's great.
What a
nice
great
job,
fight.
Kelsar. And Neo. Nice job.
Nashron and Ricky both coming now into the slalom. Ricky a little bit ahead. Let's see if he can hold on to his 3rd place points. Collect a few more points. Not much more to go. Well done, Ricky. Through the last slalom. Takes it safe. Nashron just behind, and Ricky's across the line. Great job, Ricky.
Nice job.
Nashron.
Nice job, Nashron.
There we go.
That's his first race completion, I believe.
I think it's the second.
Did they finish?
Yeah,
did
he had a 3rd place finish already.
Sorry about that.
So well done, Nashron. Another finish
well done,
on the
everybody.
board. Oh, Neojet takes a little tumble coming up to the parking lot. He may need to get himself a new ship. I don't remember who it was. I believe maybe it's Krillic. But I also have I think it's Krillic to thank for bringing out some food and water for our racers as they sit on this in this parking lot and wait for their chance to come and race next. He is making sure that they all stay healthy and full of energy. All right, our next group, Calabar, Dia, Kolbosa. Is that our full group? Oh, geez, the reshade is struggling there. Oh, it's quite a bit darker here. I think this is our group. Oh, I don't have my sheet up at the moment. But I think Kolbosa, who after the heat sits at in the 1st place position, is going to be looking to again take another first. 40 points. He's the only one who still has the opportunity for the full sweep. If he gets that sweep of 5 heat wins, matches Bull Talk. That's incredibly impressive. There we go. They're off. Everyone with a good start. No one's slow, but Kolbosa looks to take it quick. Passes Gia right away. Oh, Oh, and
Kulbosa
Kulbosa with the
DNF.
crash. Ooh, that might have been a commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Kulbosa.
Calabar with a beautiful line out of drifters through the
Oh.
hairpin.
Dia almost lost it. He had to fly high in order to keep himself alive. Not a bad idea from Dia. Just going to be getting back onto the track. He's finding where he's supposed to be. There you go. And moves
Calabar
in.
through fresh air.
Calabar's got a pretty much guaranteed win here as long as he can stay alive through here. And Dia is looking at a guaranteed second as long as he can also finish his race out. Very well done, Calabar.
Nice line there through the cranes. Nice and easy.
Big crash early from Kulbosa. He might have considered him the favorite to win the top 8 with his performance so far. But I think that just goes to show that even when you're a very talented pilot, anything can happen, especially in those early turns. You can
Nice job,
make
Calabar.
a mistake. Great job, Calabar. Great job.
And Dia looks like he's going to complete his lap as well, nice and smooth, into the reckoning.
Well done, Dia. Good finish out.
And the final turn, well done.
There you go. Gets the second place points. Nice job. He was sitting a little bit. He has now climbed himself into the 8th position in the top 8. We still are there's still more results to go from this round of heats. But if we look at the heat scoring now, that has just clawed Dia into the chance at that top 8. Kulbosa is still going to sit. He had 30 points. He had a good cushion. I don't think he needed to worry too much off of one crash. But that does mean that the top spot from the heats is up for grabs, and that is the pole position in the final top 8, which is valuable.
It's pretty big, yeah. It's pretty big for a race like that.
Come back over to our group. We got Tom Nato. We have Liquid Prime. Not sure who the third is. Looks like Paper Hands coming over. He goes. I think this little fishy also in this group. Let me see. Let me pull my groups up. Take a look. We're looking at Tom Nato, Paper Hands, Little Fishy, and Liquid Prime. So this one could be a tight battle for the win. Tom Nato and Liquid are both very fast pilots. Paper Hands and Fishy are also good pilots. They are no slouches. They could just as easily win this with a big mistake from Liquid and Tom. But I think this is probably between these two is their race to lose here.
I would agree with that completely, yeah. Tom Nato's been super quick. Liquid's had great launches as well. So I think we're going to see an early battle between those two at Drifters, and then Dealer's Choice and Fresh Air. I think those 3 checkpoints are going to be... Here we go.
They're off. Well, quick times by both of them. Liquid looking to boost a little bit more off the start, but Tom Nato holds that front spot. This is going to be a really good fight. These are 2 great pilots, especially on this track. Tom Nato with his cut and his shortcut, and it gains him position. Oh, definitely gained him some space there on Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid maybe with some tunnel vision there, and went a little bit either too fast or too wide and had to slow down.
Oh, I think it was just Tom Nato's use of the shortcut. He's the only pilot out here today using that shortcut in Drifters, and it is showing on his positioning and where he ends up through that turn.
Still neck and neck here through Stairway and up into Heaven. Nice line from Tom Nato.
A lot of space for Liquid to make up here. I don't know.
Wow, he was fast. Oh my god, he was fast.
Much faster through Heaven. Does Liquid have the faster line through the end here? Oh, he's really close.
Oh my god, what a battle. Oh, he's right on him.
Almost overtook. But
this is still anybody's race.
He holds it. Oh, wow. What a
battle.
Fight.
That was great.
My
that was great.
Goodness.
What a battle.
I think you got to keep an eye out on those 2 names to be winning the whole thing. Both did great. Paper Hands still alive, looking to finish through. Fishy's still alive as well. Just needs to finish to get some more points. Here comes Paper. Paper Hands wasn't too far back on the points. He just needs to have a couple good results.
Oh no! He DNF'd the last turn, Paper. Oh no, dude.
Oh man.
Little Fishy is gonna take the 3rd place.
That's a
nice and steady.
Commentator's curse if I've ever seen one. I am so sorry, Paper. All right, here comes Fishy. Finish it out for that 3rd place. Bulltalk
but-
asked in chat how many laps for heats. We were doing 2 laps to begin with. However, due to time constraints, we have reduced that to only 1 lap through these last few heats. So we are already into darkness now.
And
don't
Bull Talk,
wanna-
this is the same format as Proximity Threat.
Yeah, and we've been calling it the Bull Talk, just so you know, when you manage to complete or win all 5 of the heat rounds and come out with 50 points. And Colbosa had an opportunity on that for that after 3 heats, except he DNF'd in heat 4. So no one's going to complete a Bull Talk today. All right, this next group of Connor Riznick, Jackaden, and Sly Mako. Be a great fight. You know, so this will be, I believe this is the end of the 4th, or not quite the end, but we're in the 4th round of heats, if I'm not mistaken.
4th round of Heat 4.
Yeah, we're in heat 4. Let's see, this one should be Connor Riznick, Jackaden, and Sly Mako. Ivan's not in this group yet. And then we have one more group after that, and then we go on to heat 5. Now, we'll look at them after these 2 races get completed. But on our heat scoring, Tom Nato, who just managed to beat out Liquid in a head-to-head race, Tom Nato still isn't in the top 8. He is just outside by points. Those 2 DNFs in the first 2 heats were extraordinarily damaging. Here we go. Connor and Jackaden taking off. Everyone had a quick start. Oh, it's a tight group.
Oh my goodness, so tight.
Jackaden and Sly Mako, they collide. But they're both
Mako
alive.
is maybe out. Connor with a better line, but Jackaden, almost with the overtake.
Jackaden overtakes Connor. Connor takes it back. Jackaden looking to overtake him again. What a fight. They're neck and neck. They're right next to each other. Oh my goodness. Jackaden overtakes. He's in front. Coming up to fresh air. Connor takes it wide. Oh, he lost something. Oh no.
Connor.
Jackaden is going to run away with this lead. As long as he survives, he's going to take the first place. Connor is still alive, so he can still take the second place points. But my goodness, that battle through the first turn was insane. Mako was right with them too until a small rub from Jackaden pushed him off. My goodness, what a battle.
Into reckoning now. Connor still in second place. Solidly in second place. Jackaden, one more turn. And that's going to be a first place for Jackaden. Well done.
Great job, Jackaden. He's looking to secure his spot in that top 8. Oh, did Sly Mako crash? No, he might have had a collision, but he's still alive.
And Connor showing his experience. Still wrangling a second place after some adversity on the track there. Well done, Connor.
Well done, Connor. That puts Connor also in the top 8 positioning as far as heat scoring is concerned. I think Mako with a 3rd place. He's not far away. We still have one more group to go. Great job, Mako. Well done finishing that out. We have one more group. It was Ivan. What was this group? Let's take a look again.
And once again, that was the closest battle between Connor and another pilot. Connor has had both of the closest battles here so far that I've seen from overhead, at least.
Oh, and an overtake.
I mean, they were less than 20 meters from each other. That was incredible.
Oh, just great flying. All right, so this is the last group for Heat 4. We have Ivan, Dude 3D, Tamulu, and our overflow pilot and Dragon Hunter, who's getting his chance to practice his racing. He won't have an opportunity for the points, but he can still prove himself out here today. I think this will be a good one too. I don't know that I have a clear favorite to win this one. Dude 3D is very fast, but all these pilots can keep up, especially through the first few turns, which is where the most accidents like to happen, is in those first few sections.
Got Jethro in the chat. Hey Jethro, good to see you. It's been a long time.
Hey Jethro, welcome buddy. Papa Juggernaut says Sly may have some major torque imbalance. Ooh, he will definitely want to repair that before he gets on to the next race.
I'm gonna I think that Dude 3D is gonna be my favorite to win this one, although as we've seen, anything and everything will happen, especially at that filter of Drifter's Hideout. It is nasty at night, and it's so easy to get tunnel vision if someone's close to you to stare at their ship instead of your line, and then you lose your line, and then you're done.
I think the most impressive part today is we watched the first round of heats. Most people blew up. They're off. Tamulu and Dude with great starts. Tamulu overtakes Ivan off the start. 2-3D's not far behind. Tamulu slows down a little bit through there. Probably a little bit nervous, going too
Oh.
fast. Oh, Ivan
Oh,
with a
no.
collision. And he's out. That is unfortunate.
Due to the really slow line through there, went super wide, and Tamulu overtook
Tamulu
through
with an
drifters here.
overtake.
Oh, dude, 3D is out. DNF.
Oh, no. Comes Tamulu.
Oh,
And
Tamulu went wide
Dragon.
off the track.
Dragon's still alive. Oh. Tamulu went a little wide there.
Yep,
See what
you might have to review that.
See what we got going. Here comes Tamulu. Coming through the front. Watch how Dragon goes. Dragon's still alive in the back. Tamulu looking to finish this out. Yeah, I think we'll let that wide line from Tamulu slide.
It does look like a commanding first place here.
Yeah, and I also, there's some limits are hard limits. Some of them we can give some leeway so
Sure,
pilots
of course,
can
yeah.
survive. Staying underneath.
Well done, Tamulu.
Very
Well
well
done.
done, Tamulu. Very well done. Staying underneath all the cranes and arches is the most important part. And, you know, there's like that one turn. I think that's the only turn really where there's a little leeway to take it extra wide without any consequences because it can be dangerous otherwise. Very well done, Dragon. Great job. Great finish. All right, I think that completes
Heat
our
4, right?
4th round of heats. Correct. So let's the pilots line up for the 5th round.
And again, Connor and Steve absolutely killing it with the speed they're lining these pilots up with.
Oh, they're a great job.
We're going rapid fire here.
Best cat wranglers you could ever ask for.
Well, we've had 20 races, so that speaks a lot.
Yeah, they've done a great job. So if we come and look, right now Jacodin has overtaken the top spot after Kolbosa's crash in round 4 of heats.
Not
Jacodin has
surprising.
taken it over. Liquid Prime sitting in 2nd now with 34 points, not far behind. Kelsar with 32, also not far. Tamulu with 30 points, sitting in 5th place, right behind Kolbosa. Incredible showing from Tamulu. I think he might have survived every round of heats, and it is really showing on the points. If we keep going down, let's see, it's Calabar in 6. Connor Riznik, Ricky Ticky tied in the 7-8 position at 24 points. Neojet, Slime Mako, Geo Knightsman, and Tomnado, all from the outside looking in, trying to take that spot in the top 8. We have one more chance. I would say, man, this is going to be tight. I think a few of these pilots, Tomnado absolutely needs a win in this final round of heats. Whenever it's Tomnado's round, he needs to win it if he wants a chance to get into the top 8. Same with Dia, Sly, or Neo. Well, Dia, Sly, and Neo, they need to outperform the Ricky, Connor, Calabar pilots, I think, through this round of heats if they want their chance in it. Let's see, who do we got into this first group? We have Neojet, Dia, Tamulu, and Nashron. So it's Neojet and Dia really need to perform well in this one. They want a chance of getting into the top 8. Tamulu at 30 points, he still needs to finish. If he doesn't finish, there's a really good chance someone's going to take his spot. But if Tamulu even finishes in 3rd and Neo and Gia take 1 and 2, then it can be any of these guys can make it into the top 8. This is going to be
Here we go.
very tight. Here we go. Oh, Neo with a quick start.
Very quick start.
Gia. Tamulu with the safe line. I'm honestly, I think Tamulu's got the right idea. He's been taking it safe and he's been gathering points through every heat. Oh, Gia and Neo battling
Neo.
it out at the front.
Yeah. Neo very slow there through drifters.
Gia overtakes. Here he goes. All right, if he can hold this lead, that's very promising for him. Get up into that top. Neojet not far behind him.
Neo is very fast on the back half of this track too, so this will be a battle here.
Yeah, and Gia doesn't have the fastest line through heaven, so he's got to hope that he can hold it through heaven. Tamulu's right on their tail. Neojet, is he going to catch up to Gia in heaven?
He was much faster. Much
does.
faster through heaven. Tamulu's right on him though. Any mistake here?
Oh my goodness, it's anyone's race still. Gia.
Oh,
with a
Neo much
decent
faster
line.
through.
Oh,
Tamulu DNF.
He's still alive. He's still alive. Neojet. And
Oh wow, they're so close.
And Neo's gonna try to overtake Gia. Oh my goodness, what a battle to finish. Good job, pilots. Gia
finished
finishing
70 meters apart. Yeah, 70
Neo
meters the gap
second.
there.
Tamulu's still alive. Okay, so this is good for all 3 of these pilots. They've basically done the best that they could do here. Tamulu's gonna finish it out. So that brings Gia. Now there are still other pilots to race, but let's quickly look at our heat scoring here. that brings Dia up into 5th place with 31 points. None of the other in the top 8 besides Neo have done their races yet, and NeoJet is now just barely sitting in the top 8. So if you're NeoJet, you got your fingers crossed that all these other pilots that can take your spot are going to DNF. If you're Dia, you're in a similar position. You're like, please, I hope that at least a few people DNF. But it is now very mad. Wow, you need at least 30 points. Tomnado absolutely needs to win his next heat if he wants even a chance at getting into the top 8, and he's barely going to squeak in, and then he has to hope that other pilots below him don't outperform that. So this is a tight battle near the end. Oh, Boltok says at the end of the event, I want to see a heat between commentator and cameraman. I think we can do that.
If I have the fuel, I'm at 40% fuel, so we'll see.
Oh wait, I never thought to check my fuel. How are we doing?
Sorry for the premature DNF there, Tamilo. That was a nasty hit that you took. I thought you were done for sure, but you managed to rally it and bring it back.
Yeah, very well done by everyone. Everyone's doing everything that they need to do. Let's make sure I don't crash, but let me pull over to my scoring. We'll look at Heat 5. Look at who's racing. So that the Dia Neo Tumulu race just went. And this next one we have, is it Ivan? Oh, Jacqueline and Paperhands crash into each other, lining up. Okay, well their race will not be going between Jacqueline and Paperhands and Tomnado.
Oh no. Okay. Bonus about this format though, you just switch it up.
Yeah, sorry guys, you can't see it, but Paper and Jacko just ran into each other going to the start line. So we're gonna be setting up a different group. Looks like we're going for Dude 3D, Little Fishy, and Ricky. I think all 3 of these pilots. Do any of them? Can they still make it into the top 8? We're Ricky, Little Fishy, and oops, my sheet's losing itself. Oh, something happened. Something broke on my sheet. There you go. We're back. Whoops. Dude 3D, Little Fishy, and Ricky. Let's see here. Yeah, they're all sitting closer to the... Ricky can still make his way into it. Dude 3D, unfortunately, probably cannot now. But Ricky can still make his way in if he has a strong performance here. So he's got to hope to take himself in a good spot if he wants to make it into the top 8. But this is... And also you have pilots like Tomnado and NeoJet and Calabar, or NeoJet and Dia kind of thinking, I hope Ricky doesn't do as well here because he could kick me out of my spot. This is going to be great. This is going to determine a lot here. Oh, and Dragon Hunter's going to join in for this one with our Overflow Racer. He will also be joining in the bottom half of the final races.
And he has landed. Connor is checking. Looks like he's going to make a quick... Yep, and Connor's breaking away, so race will be starting here in a moment.
Here we go. Gonna be big. Ricky is looking to get a lot of points here. I think he needs at least a 2nd place. Here he goes. 3D and Little Fishy at the front. Ricky not far behind. Coming up through Drifters. Little Fishy takes it real wide. Crashes. Dragon Hunter DNFs. Okay, so Ricky now doesn't necessarily need to beat Dude. He needs at least that 2nd place. Oh, Dude 3D kind of loses it a little bit.
Yeah, Dude 3D's off the track.
Completely gone. Okay.
Ricky takes first.
Ricky's in 1st place. This is what he wants if he wants the top 8. Very well done by Ricky. Dealer's choice. I think our other pilots are still alive. Dude 3D and Little Fishy are still alive. They're just trying to reset themselves back into where they're supposed to be. Let's see, back to Ricky. He's still alive. So this is really huge for him. 10 points puts him at 34 points. That puts him up right now before other people have raced in the top 5 of pilots. In fact, I think it sits him in a tie for 3rd place. You can finish this out. But other pilots still have laps to complete, so that's not a set in stone position. But very well done, Ricky. Capitalizes on his opportunities, gathers points in just about every round. I don't think I need to go back around and check to see if he did have a DNF, but I think that just goes to show how important this format is for survivability. You need to survive your laps if you want a chance at winning. Ricky is doing just that. Coming in now, the start finish. Lexus first place. Well done, Ricky. Here comes
Ricky.
dude. Must have some damage, but he's staying alive. He's gonna finish this out with a second place.
Last turn. And
That's
there we go, dude. Nice job.
very well done, dude. 3D. Very well done. Here comes Little Fishy. Still alive in the back. I don't think Little Fishy had any opportunity to get into the top 8, but regardless, for his, I think this is his first ever race. For his first ever race,
It is.
great job. You've completed heats alive. There's something to be said for that. I think my first ever race, I think I never completed a single lap alive. So, you've outperformed me, Fishy, and for that, kudos. Good job. Very good job. Great finish. Okay. These points are starting to get figured out here. Figuring out who's where. Everyone's very close. Looks like Connor's lining himself up. Calabar's coming in. So I believe this will be Connor's group. Go and take a look. Heat 5. That is Calabar, Connor, Kelsar, and Sly Mako. All three of these pilots, I think, are sitting besides Sly. Only Sly is... No, Calabar's not quite in the top 8 anymore after that last finish here. We'll quickly take a look at this. Calabar and Sly are on the outside looking in, but Kelsar and Connor are both... Oh, no. Sorry. Calabar, Riznik, and Mako are on the outside looking in. Kelsar's the only one who's currently in the top 8. So Kelsar wants to solidify that position, while these other three are looking to take his spot and take his thunder. This is a big, great big battle. I love watching the points as they get near the end, and you start to really get these tight races to take your positions in the top 8.
We're going to be off any second here.
Connor looks like he's a little desynced. Probably just desync. They take off, it'll correct itself.
I do see that on my screen as well.
Could be having some... Oh, there he goes.
Here we go.
Corrects itself. Connor in the lead. Kelsar and Calabar really close. My goodness, how did they not collide? Crash
Oh,
into each
Calabar
other.
came through so quick and took out
and
Connor.
Oh, both of them out. Oh, I think that gets them out of the running the top 8. That's 2 DNFs. So Sly Mako now really looking to win this race against Kelsar if he wants to make it into the top 8. It is so
Kelsar's-
tight.
He is so fast on the backside of this track, too, just like Neojet with their
Oh.
battle in Heat 2.
Oh, Kelsar with an overtake. This is tough. Being the pilot in behind is a lot harder than the pilot in front. And I think Kelsar is still sitting in the lead. Sly Mako, he needs to win this if he wants a chance in the top 8. Oh my goodness, we're so close. Oh, did he have a collision?
Oh, I think he impacted something. Mako is DNF.
Sly
Kelsar with
Mako.
commanding lead.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Kelsar's just going to finish this out and collect his first place points. Man, what a fight. Mako had a chance all the way till the end.
And it looked like Calabar just carried way too much speed into drifters and went right into Connor there on my screen. Nice job, Kelsar, with first place.
Very
What a
well
chaotic
done,
that was.
Kelsar. Wow. And that solidifies his spot in the top 8. I don't think there's any
Nice job,
chance
Kelsar.
now for him to be dropped out of it. He currently sits first in points. Still have a few races to go. I don't know if he will still have that position at the end of this. But if we go and we take a look now, transition over. So, who have we had race already? Let's see. Because right now it's Kelsar, Jacqueline, Tamulu, Liquid Prime, Ricky Tiki, Dia, Kobosa, and Neojet. So the only person that Tom NATO at this point can overtake, not to keep talking about the man, but he still has an opportunity to qualify in the top 8. He wants to overtake Neojet, who had 21.9 points. Look at this. Tom NATO's going to have to race against Jacqueline and Paperhands, both great pilots, strong pilots. It's not an easy win. So, I think it's still possible. Let's see. Kolbosa, Liquid Prime, and Airsai. Kolbosa and Liquid Prime are already sitting in the top 8. They look a little safe there. They both just finish here to make sure you solidify that position. Ivan is not going to be able to get into the top 8. But, man, this is going to be tight. I think the next, we have this heat, and then we have one more of Jacqueline, Paperhands, and Tom Nato, and it will be a deciding race for who's going to be in the top 8 here. Liquid and Colbosa want to solidify it, but man, what a battle. Just impressive by all the pilots here today.
It looks like we'll be underway here any second with this race.
I think this is going to be tight between Liquid and Colbosa. They've both shown great racing today. Colbosa looking to, there we go, they're off. Colbosa's going to want to win this one to make up for that DNF he had in the last heat. Liquid Prime is tight, not far behind him.
Colbosa, good line there through drifters.
It's a good battle. Colbosa's holding the lead. Liquid Prime is not making it easy on him. Dealer's choice. Very straight lines through there. Love to see that. Liquid starts his turn very early.
Oh, he got from the inside, but doesn't
had it. But it looked.
Oh, he maintains the overtake. He gets
had the speed. He had more boost. He had more boost in that tank to overtake him.
Up through heaven, neck and neck. They're 50 meters apart there.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and Liquid Prime with a collision. Is he still alive? He's still alive though. So if he can just get back into it. But that should be a guaranteed win for Colbosa now. Oh, Liquid Prime even behind Ivan. Ivan comes to overtake him. Let's see if he can finish it out.
Hey.
Yeah, retakes his position. Colbosa just with 2 more turns. I believe that will be it. Very well done, Colbosa.
Nice job.
Liquid Prime. Ivan's not far behind him. Just don't make any more mistakes. And
So they're
then
100 meters apart here.
take your spot. Great
Last
racing.
turn, Liquid's going to get it.
Great flying. Great flying, Ivan. Great flying, Liquid. Great flying, everybody. All right. So, this is it. We have one more. NeoJet is sitting there just, he must be so nervous thinking about this, waiting. He can't do anything. Just has to hope that Jacqueline and Paperhands can outperform Tom Nato in this lap.
And this is a competitive grid here. Tom Nato's been fast the whole day. Jacqueline, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is not just a free win. Transition back over to the grid here. So, it's all on this. Tom Nato gets first, he gets into the top 8, he gets to compete for the prize. If he doesn't, NeoJet holds his spot and he gets to continue to compete. I don't think, yeah, Paperhands cannot gain enough points here, and Jacqueline is already in the top 8. So, Tom Nato is the one with everything to lose here. These other two are going to be flying loose and safe and fast. Well, Tom has everything to lose. Everything's on the line. So, this is going to be great.
No pressure.
No pressure, no pressure,
No
Tom.
pressure at all. No
No
pressure at
pressure.
all. Yadar at night with everything on the line, 1 lap to prove it. No big deal.
There they
Here we
go.
go.
They're off. Tom starts in the lead. Jacqueline's not far behind him. Very
Really
fast.
quick in the drifters.
And is he going
He's
to
probably
take
having
his
a boost break
shortcut?
there.
He's going to take his shortcut. He does. And he helps him maintain his lead. Oh, Paperhand, a little collision in the back there. He's still alive. Oh, that was a tight line from Tom Nato. Oh, and he is taking a commanding lead ahead of Jacqueline.
Yeah, for sure here.
I am sure Jacqueline is taking this one easy, going, I don't really need to win this. I just want to keep my Gladius for the top 8, and I don't want to go have to spawn a new one. And Tom everything is right here. He needs this.
Up through heaven with a dolphin dive.
God,
nice
what a
line.
Sorry. But what a line. He must... I wish I had the times here. This might be the fastest lap of the day. Tom Nato's here. Like, he absolutely boomed through that lap. Just burned it.
Well done,
there
Tom.
He goes.
Well done.
I'm sorry, Neo. Congrats, Tom. Well done. He manages to pull himself after disappointing first 2 heats. He manages to pull himself into the top 8. His Paperhands.
Was NeoJet in that
Still
race? I
allowed to
didn't have
finish?
his.
Oh,
I don't think Neo was in that. Oh, you mean
Neo's
Neo
done.
was waiting for points? Yeah.
Yeah, Neo was looking
Gotcha.
to still have his chance at the top 8. So that is that. Let's look at our top 8 grid positioning. It has been decided. We are first place Jacqueline, second place Kelsar, third place Liquid Prime, fourth place Colbosa, Tumulu, Ricky Tiki, Dia Knightsman, and Tom Nato finish out the bottom 4 there. NeoJet just barely missing. Calabar barely missing out of the top 8.
And Connor,
Wow.
right there too.
What I'm most impressed with, I think, as far as points here, is Tumulu and Ricky, who have just been the the epitome of consistent safe flying and gathering points in every chance they could in order to get themselves into this top 8 and give them a chance at the prizes. So great job, you two. Also, Jackaden taking that first place with the Sanguis Luna logo on his name. Great job. Dia Knightsman as well for his second race ever getting into the top 8. This is great. I think this is going to be a great final 8 race. So we are going to very quickly here. I will just need to make sure I get all the right names. We are going to spin the wheel and going to see who gets the raffle prize out of our racers today. So all of our racers are going onto the list, onto the wheel. Just transition over to that.
This is the Dragonfly Ride Together pack with LTI.
Yes, this is.
And this is a pledge. You can melt this, so or keep it in buyback.
All right, drum roll. Hit the wheel. Oh! Mako! Wow! I thought Ricky won. Congrats, Sly Mako. You have won the prize today. Congratulations. Congratulations to all
Mako.
our racers today. You know, even though you don't make the top 8, Mako, you still come out with a prize today. So, great job. I'm so sorry, Ricky. That was brutal at the end there. All right, we'll go back over to see our top 8. See, our grid, I'm sure, is going to be lining up soon. Let's go over to see. Connor is getting them ready to go. So we have Jacqueline in pole position with Kalesar in second, and then Liquid Prime. We will be doing an offset grid, similar to what we've done in division racing, moving along the left side. Now this one, the race director we have joining us.
Yep, just a question. Which group is going to be racing next?
Oh, I'm okay with either. If the first group, or if the top 8 wishes to let the lower group finish or race first, just for the spectacle of it, so that we finish it out and on who's gonna win, then I have no problem there at all. But if the top 8 wants to get theirs over and done with, we can do that too. I'll leave it up to the racers.
Yeah, let's do the bottom 8.
Perfect. All right. So everyone
I like
who's
that,
from
then we'll end
9th
at the
through 17th can go up and go race now. That's Neojet, Calabar, Connor Riznick, Sly Mako, Paper Hands, Little Fishy, Nashron, Airside Ivan, and Dude 3D.
This is just for bragging rights here. Nothing at stake, but still fun to compete.
Yep. So this is an elimination style race. So essentially what happens is they're going to line up. They're going to race their first lap. And whoever is in last place once the pilots complete the first lap, and that's like after all pilots cross the start finish line, then the last place competitor will be eliminated from the bracket, and then they will continue on until there's only one pilot who remains. When we did this at Prox Threat, we did lose a lot of pilots early, so we will see if that changes today. I think our top 8 will be very close. All those pilots, I think they completed almost every heat and gathered points in almost every heat, and they know how to fly close with other pilots. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun to watch.
Personally, my prediction for this the bottom bracket here race is going to be at least 3 DNFs through drifters and the hairpin that follows. That would be my prediction here, and I think it's going to be maybe even the same with the top 8, because we have seen people. I mean, and to each their own. We have seen some pilots go really fast into drifters, and I'm guessing they're boost braking to slow down to make that first turn, but that could cause some booms, and it's just more exciting in the dark anyway. So.
I'm going to take us over to a quick commercial break while we get this grid lined up, but we'll get back to you guys soon.
ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to go fast.
It's not about just a hairpin or two. It's really about that sequence and finding the potential of the thing I'm controlling.
Being in the cockpit, you start to forget what your body's doing. You become one with the machine.
Racing in general, I think it's kind of becoming an art.
Got split decisions to make. You got to be fast.
Racing is one thing, but racing when you know your reputation is on the line, the money is on the line, you got something to actually bring home. That's the races I gravitate for. The big ones, the high stakes.
Racing is just as much as survival as being fast.
What wins the race?
It's the pilot.
It's the ship.
The ship.
It is 100% the pilot.
Always the ship.
It's definitely the pilot, man. You're the one maneuvering and moving it.
The best pilots are so close in skill level that a different ship can change the game.
Only from Mirai. If you push something to its absolute limit, a body, a weapon, gravity itself, does it break? Or does it break through? Power beyond expectation. Class-defying maneuverability. Transformative integration of Xi'an tech and design. A revelation in short-range combat. Unleash the fury. Only from Mirai.
Pilot and machine. A relationship that has been cultivated since humanity first reached for the stars. In the 9 centuries since, there's never been a freer being than a pilot behind the controls of their ship, pushing the envelope of what flesh and steel can achieve. Together. matter what you fly, or how new your wings are, freedom is yours for the taking.
Hello, everybody. We are back. So we got our grid all lined up now. We've got our proper overlay now set up so we can keep track as pilots DNF or don't. This is the lower half finals. This is for more bragging rights, but I think this will still be a fun and competitive event to watch anyways. I don't think I have a favorite here. I think anyone here can take this one. A lot of skill pilots here.
I think I'm gonna give it to Calabar or Connor. If they don't hit each other, I think it's gonna be one of those two.
Yeah, this first turn is gonna to determine a lot. It's gonna be quite a few laps here since we have, what is this, 5, 10 pilots on here, right? So they will be completing about 9 laps on this one to determine who wins. And it's just last ship standing. Don't be in last place when you cross the finish line. Or else you will be knocked out. So there's time to, settle into your position and potentially overtake. And when you're sitting in first, you might not, want to push as hard. Not too worried about it, but I think this should be a good one. I'm sure they'll be ready to go at any moment now once our race director gives them the go-ahead. And any of these pilots, too, could have been in the top 8. Especially of the top 4 of Mako, Riznik, Calabar, and Neo. Any of them could have easily made it into the top 8.
And for the viewers who can't hear, the pilots are getting a countdown that has a randomized final beep, sort of Formula 1 style.
Should begin soon. Oh, I might be getting a message from our race director. 30-second warning.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck to all. This is going to be great. I'm getting ready. I'm like, oh, I'm all excited. I'm shaking here.
Drifters is going to be chaotic here. I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be crazy here.
There he goes. Some good starts. Dragon Hunter a little slow, but all 4 in the top with some good speedy starts.
Sly Waco way too fast into there. Oh,
some
no.
collisions. Oh, my goodness. Explosion after explosion. Paperhand's gone. Fishy gone. Dude3D's alive.
Connor Calabar make contact. Calabar comes out on top there. They stabbed into each other. Looks like Connor came up behind Calabar and got him.
Little Fishy and Paperhands are DNFing. Ignore the names of the ships underneath their names. That is from the previous event. They are all in Gladiuses. But this tight front group. Oh, and Calabar.
Oh, Calabar explodes on something.
Booms onto him too.
I'm not sure what Calabar hit. Looks like maybe floating debris. Calabar hit nothing on my screen.
Connor and Mako are now sitting in the front. Wow. All right. So we have a number of DNFs. I think that's 4 DNFs total now. Oh my goodness.
Connor and Mako both make contact and DNF at heaven.
Collision on collision on collision.
Oh no, Connor's alive.
Connor's still alive. Nashron coming in, sitting up in second place. Oh my goodness, this is absolute mayhem.
Connor has taken so many impacts
Good
from Calabar
Lord.
and then Mako.
If this is any preview of what the finals are going to look like, it is going to be hectic.
As we predicted,
Ivan's still alive in the
Drifters.
back. Hunter's still alive in the back. Is this our 4 that we have? Ooh, Connor must be really damaged. He's barely holding it on.
Yeah, Connor is really hurt here.
I think this is our 4. Between these 4, yeah, Dude 3D is also gone. We're looking at Connor and Nashron in the front. Ivan not far behind him. Nashron's going to overtake Connor, it looks like.
Yeah, Connor is damaged. Connor is definitely damaged. Oh, Nashron. Oh, did he makes it past? Okay. Little collision on my screen there, but that could have been desync.
They're still battling around those drifters. Nashron sitting pretty in first place. So they will not have any eliminations for a while here. They just want to survive. Oh, Connor's barely holding on. Ivan's going to overtake him now. My goodness. What absolute mayhem. Comes Nashron coming through. Wow, great job, Nashron. From sitting in 15th place, Nashron comes from the Russian Stanton community, RSC. He was in 15th place after the heats, and now he's looking at finishing it out in a 9th overall in the event. Ivan as well, 16th place, now looking at finishing it out in a 10th overall in the event. Huge come up for both these two pilots. Great job. Are we looking further back? Dragon has now passed Connor. So Connor is in the hot seat. It looks like Connor, unless
He sustained some serious damage there from multiple impacts.
unless someone else booms, we're only through. That's lap 2 complete. Nashron with the new fastest lap, a 1:21. Well done, Nashron. That was a great time. Ivan, never mind, overtakes that fastest lap with a 1:17. So do we still have Dragon? Dragon is still alive. Connor's still just barely holding on. So far, our fastest lap of these finals is a 1:17 by Ivan.
Now, I am trackside trying to find the debris that Calabar...
Oh, Ivan's overtaken Nashron. Sorry. Interrupt. Oh, do you see a boom? Dragon Hunter boomed. That means Connor is looking at a podium finish. We got to move back around over here. Ivan's overtaken Nashron. Now Ivan's in the front. Wow. Great job. From 16th in the heats, after the heats, to 9th place. Potentially. Very well done, pilots. Sorry, you were saying about the debris before I interrupted you.
I'm trackside, and it looked like they hit some debris that was on the track, but I'm unable to find it.
Yeah, so unsure what happened there. Maybe some desync. Couldn't tell you, but they have both gone boom. And all of our favorites are completely out of this race. Ivan looking pretty in first place right now. See after he finishes. Is it a new fastest lap? It is a 1:15. Proves his time by 2 full seconds. Ivan is just getting started. I mean, I think he might lap Connor. Connor is a ways behind here now. Comes Ivan. So now, when you're either Ivan or Nashron, you're just thinking, I just want to survive. I just want to live. I want to live and get these bragging rights and get out of here. This mayhem, death, and destruction.
This is lap 3, correct?
They're on to lap 4.
Oh, lap 4, okay.
Yeah. So I don't believe we'll have any. I don't believe we're gonna have any eliminations until we get to lap 7. They need to finish another 3 laps before Connor gets eliminated. But I think Ivan is simply gonna overtake and lap Connor before that even happens. I think this one is, unless we get some DNFs or some explosions, I think this one is a done deal. Connor just finishing his lap now. Wow, look at Ivan go. Great job. He was just waiting to get warmed up for the finals. If we'd had all those races before, he would have showed up and he would have taken first of the whole event. Look at him burning through there. Taking it easy. Not a new fastest lap, but still a good time. Let's go see if we can see what's going on with Connor here. He was struggling.
He's still limping along. He's coming through dealer's choice now, very slowly.
Still looks alive. Oh, little touch. He's missing a wing. Definitely missing some Mavs. Missing a lot of important pieces for Connor there. Still coming through. That's the competitor I know. Look at Ivan, all that extra speed. I think Ivan's missing a wing. I'm getting in close here. Looks like even Ivan's missing a wing. He's gonna burn past his wingless friend. Look at them go. Great pilots. Well done, Ivan. Connor's now coming up towards heaven. Yeah, oh my goodness.
Oh, Connor makes a collision. He is spinning.
Whether he made a collision
Quickly.
or it's
He
just the
saved it.
lack of mavs, that poor ship is struggling. I think Ivan's about to cross. Let's see, where did he go? There he is. Yep. I think Ivan is guaranteeing his win here.
And
All
that's
right.
beginning of lap 5 now, correct?
Lap 6. Ivan just started his 6th lap.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm not sure if the race director can hear me if they're listening to the stream, but if they are, Steve, we will call an elimination on Connor once Ivan crosses the finish line the next time. Assuming that, yeah, Nashron's still alive. He's still putzing along. Oh, Connor, I think, he's been eliminated. He's stepped out, either eliminated himself with a DNF or...
Yeah, his ship was just too unwieldy.
Stepped away. Yeah, that was impossible. So we'll call it after this lap. If our race director can hear us, maybe they'll keep racing. I think once Ivan crosses the line here, I think we can call that a win for Ivan.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
But very well done by all the pilots here today. Even though you're not in the top 8, not competing for prizes, it's still just as competitive and just as difficult to win any of these races. Ivan moving through his slalom now. Coming back to the finish line. Just get a nice look of Ivan as he crosses and wins himself the lower half of the finals. Great job, Ivan. Great racing. Here comes Nashron. If he's going to want to finish his own race out here. My goodness. Incredible. The tenacity of Connor to keep racing too, even with that damage. He just refused to give up, and that's that competitive spirit that I like to see.
Yeah, Connor's a true veteran, experienced racer. He gave it everything he had. I mean, he was pretty much out of commission after lap 1, after all those impacts.
Well, Nashron. So that's a big come up though for those two pilots. They go from Ivan. Oh, they're still going. I don't know if the race director can hear us. Maybe Kale, if you don't mind sending them a message. Yeah, Ivan goes from 16 to 9 after those finals, and Nashron goes from 15 to 10. They both make about like 7 and 5 positions respectively. Very well done. Amongst our other pilots, we had a lot of DNFs in lap 1, so it's kind of hard to say who went first. We will go back over the VOD later before we post our final results from the event to see who won that one. But yes, we will call it here. There you go. I believe the race director has been informed. Ivan's come across now. So, they're going to line up for their final top 8 event. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited to have this overlay so that we may see... Well done, Ivan. Well done. I'm excited to have this overlay so that we may see people's lap times, because I think there's some pilots here that would quite easily look to take 1-minute laps and complete 1-minute laps, which is very fast. I think we see a 55, 56 second lap. That will be without a doubt the fastest, and that's what I want to see. I want to see someone doing world record pace in these top 8s.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't think maybe on lap 1 if it's a real battle, and we get into like a really close fight situation. But I think that pilots, if they can secure a lead, are gonna hold probably a between 1 and 105 pace to keep their position secured. Now, I guess if we do still have a reasonably close grid as we approach, loops like 5, 6, 7, maybe we could see something like that. But I don't know if we'll see it in a battle situation. Maybe it'll just be when guys are marking time, with some separation.
Yeah, for sure. I think we might be getting a little bit of daylight here. Our event's gone on a little longer than anticipated. We have our pilots lining up now. I see that our race director and cat herders have made the decision that the last grid lineup wasn't in a great spot, so they're going to move it much more forward. No problems there. I think it's a fine idea. Now let's go back and look at our list here. Let's look at who we've got in our top 8 positions. Pole position is going to go to Jacqueline. Kaelsar right next to him. Behind Jacqueline, Liquid Prime. Behind Kaelsar, Kolbosa. That top 4, I think, is very scary. Any of those pilots have a really good chance of taking this event.
Who's your favorite to win this?
I don't know if I want to give a favorite, but I want to give a dark horse. And my dark horse is Tom Nato. He's in 8th position on this grid. He will need to be regaining positions early, and he will need to do it safely, which that seems to be so far one of the more difficult things for him to do, is that safe overtake. But I think Tom Nato, should he be able to gain some positions and start moving up, he could have a chance. That being said, actual favorites of who have the best chance when you consider their position on the grid, Jacqueline, Kaelsar, Liquid, and Kolbosa, I couldn't pick amongst all 4 of those. They're all great pilots.
I'm gonna give it to Kaelsar only because he's been. I feel like he's been very consistent on his pace, and he doesn't seem to have any weaknesses on the track. We have seen a few other of these pilots have one turn or another that sort of slows them down. Kaelsar hasn't seemed to have been affected by that, so I'm gonna say my favorite to win is Kaelsar. I hope I didn't just curse him, but I think that just based on his laps that I've watched, he may have the best chance of winning this. It's anybody's race because great filter is going to be turn 1.
Yep, I think that's great. I think Kaelsar's a great pick. I think the others, for new racers to the scene, Liquid Prime is a new racer to the scene, but he's been showing a lot of promise and has been flying very fast. Liquid Prime also, of all these pilots, I'd say between him and Jacqueline, and Kaelsar, I guess all 3 of them have really good. How would you call it? Like racecraft, close flying skills. They can fly close to other pilots without running into them. So it could be very tight. Line. It'll be very tight at the front. Kolbosa as well is good at doing that. I think, but any of Dia, Ricky, and Tamulu, they're also all great pilots. And I mean Tamulu here we go, they're off.
It's anybody's game.
Jacqueline's at the front. Kaelsar overtakes Liquid early. Liquid looking to overtake Jacqueline. Oh, big collision from Gia. We lose Gia on lap 1.
Jacqueline's a little wide.
We lost Kaelsar. Kaelsar booms. Liquid Prime and Jacqueline fighting around for that top position. So your commentator's curse did hit Kaelsar. Did hit him.
I'm so sorry.
But Liquid Prime currently in the lead. Jacqueline is hot on his tail. Ooh, Tom Nato overtaken by Kolbosa around fresh air. This battle for 3rd place is just as close as the battle for 1st. Tom Nato has
sunrise here going to be a challenge.
Boost in the straight. Oh, if anyone has their reshade on, it's instantly going to get more difficult.
Yep. Daymar does have that sudden sunrise because of the mountains here at the garden.
Happened very quick. Liquid's still sitting in the front with Jacqueline not far behind. Here we go. Kolbosa took in that 3rd spot. Tom Nato's fighting to get through Tamulu. We won't have any eliminations this round as we had 3 DNFs. A 105 from Liquid. Great time. So far the fastest. Very well done. Jacqueline is not far behind Liquid.
Ooh, they came so close there to colliding. Just 10 meters from each other there at Drifter's hideout.
My goodness, this is a battle. Tom Nato's overtaken Tamulu now. So Tom Nato now has his eye set on Kolbosa. Oh, I see a collision. That was Tom Nato, but he's still alive. Tamulu. Did it look like Tamulu crashed? I think Tamulu DNFs. Tom Nato's
Jacqueline making up space here on Liquid.
Oh, what a fight here at the front. We did lose Tamulu. That is unfortunate.
Jacqueline a little slower there through heaven. faster through the slalom here, though, at the cranes, and he has made up a lot of room here on Liquid. Oh, he overtakes on the inside. Jacqueline with the overtake,
Oh, Liquid
going
takes
into
it
the
back.
reckoning.
Liquid takes it right back, though, and Jacqueline might overtake again through the next slalom.
Oh, it's such a battle here. Here we go, going into lap 3. Jacqueline now in the lead.
First place. Mike,
Liquid
no
Prime
new
100
fastest
meters.
laps. Oh, never
100
mind.
meters apart here.
Jacqueline did a 105.9. Colbosa, what was that? A 104. Colbosa, a full second faster than these two. He is looking to catch up. When you are battling in the front, it will slow your time down. But Colbosa is not making it easy on them.
So Jacqueline substantially faster through Drifter's hideout there, and then approaching into split decision than he was in the previous 2 laps. Way faster, but Liquid making up space. They overtakes on the inside, but loses it. Jacqueline comes around on the outside and gains the lead back, and they're going up right into a really bright sunrise here, up through Stairway and into Heaven. This is going to be a challenge coming back down to not lose the track.
Tornado is still alive behind Colbosa. He had a collision and he went flying, so he must have some damage, but he's still alive and he's still battling for it.
These guys are still battling for first. Jacqueline loses it. Liquid comes around. And Colbosa's right here, so we're going to have a 3-way battle here going into lap. This is going to be lap 4. Oh no, Jacqueline loses the track. Colbosa takes second.
He loses his line. Liquid Prime with a 58-second lap. My goodness,
Wow.
the sub-minute.
And Jacqueline was right with him there till the end.
He is here to play today. My goodness. And Tom Nado's not far behind. Tom Nado has his eyes on Jacqueline now. And
Jacqueline's not done. Colbosa neck and neck with Liquid. Going to be who has more boost. Oh, they are next to each other. This is crazy.
Colbosa.
They collide. Colbosa DNF. Oh no.
Mike, that is a huge sigh of relief for Tom Nado in the back, though, because after this lap, the person in the back was going to get eliminated. So Tom Nado is saved by the Colbosa explosion. Oh, Colbosa, unfortunately, with that DNF, has knocked himself out of the prizes, but these 3 are now battling. Wait, what happened to Liquid? He's gone down.
Oh no. Jacqueline takes first with Tom Nado right on his tail.
We've lost Liquid. Jacqueline now in the front. They are all battling it out for the best prizes here. What a fight. Tom is not letting up. What a recovery from a small crash. All 3 of these pilots have had some type of crash or mistake, and they all need to recover from it.
Yeah, Jacqueline's was very serious there going into the last turn.
No eliminations this lap.
Reset. We
have one more lap here for either Tom Nado and Jacqueline blow up, or Liquid needs to catch up, which I think is... I don't even see his name yet. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But Liquid will be eliminated after this lap if he cannot catch up to these 2. Tom Nado overtakes Jacqueline.
With the faster line there through Drifters. Jacqueline boosts. Oh, almost gets past him. They're next to each other. Jacqueline's going to take the inside line. No, he doesn't. Tom Nado gets the inside line.
Who has the boost? Tom Nado has the boost. He has more speed through the straight. Here we go.
They are next to each other right here.
Goodness, this is anyone's race still. Either of these 2. What a fight. No, there's no eliminations at this lap between the 2 of them, but Liquid will be eliminated after this lap here.
Jacqueline may have sustained a little bit of damage or something. I'm not sure if he's got a little less grip in these turns. It looks like Tom Nado is navigating him quite a bit faster there.
Got the lines on him. Okay, Liquid is now eliminated after those 2 have crossed the line. Yeah, and he definitely was damaged because they're catching up to him now anyways. Okay, Jacqueline needs to catch up. What happened to Tom Nado? Both of them.
Track spinning.
They're both gone. What happened?
Do we have a collision? I'm not sure. I didn't see.
Oh no. Do we have a 30K?
Oh, we do.
No way.
I think. Oh no.
No way.
Oh man.
Right at the end, between Jacko, either of them could have won. You're kidding me.
Oh no.
I don't think
that's a shame. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
That's devastating.
Star Citizen, you bastard. No way.
Well, maybe we should powwow and figure this out real quick.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, folks. We are going to swap back over to those commercials. We will be back in a second. We're going to find a way to determine the winner from this. We'll determine whether Liquid Prime was affected by that 30K or if we're just going to have a top two. But we will still have something going. We will be right back, everybody.
What wins the race?
It's the pilot.
It's the ship. The ship.
It is 100% the pilot.
Always the ship.
It's definitely the pilot, man. You're the one maneuvering and moving it.
The best pilots are so close in skill level that a different ship can change the game.
Only from Mirai. If you push something to its absolute limit, a body, a weapon, gravity itself, does it break or does it?
Hey everyone, we are back. So we are going to do a 1v1 final between Jacqueline and Tomnado. It was way too close. We can't just call it after that. We need them a final 1v1 to determine the winner, who gets the top prize, who gets the second place prize. Man, that was, I can't believe that happened. I've not seen that. Like, have you, Kale, can you think of a race? Oh my goodness. I was talking. My apologies, Kale. I was talking, but I wasn't on push to talk, so you didn't hear what I was saying. Hang on, let me fix that.
Are we back on stream?
Yeah, we are back. I apologize. I was still on push to talk. So we are going to do, I was just telling everyone, we're going to do a 1v1. It was way too close to call. And I was just saying, I don't think I've ever, 30Ks happen in this game a lot. We all know that. But for some reason, I've never seen one happen mid-race. Like, I've never had it happen. I don't know about you.
Much less a close race that maintained its close. I mean, that was maybe the most exciting. Now, not talking about explosions, not talking about like who crashed into who. That was maybe the most exciting race I've ever covered myself.
Oh, the back and forth. I don't think I've seen a race in the finals where there's a back and forth like that.
Yeah, the top four changed hands. I'll have to count. I recorded the whole thing, and the top four changed hands. I think 5 times. No. Well. There were a bunch of smaller overtakes, but there were some major position shifts there. And everyone that shifted position wherever they went, and those top four continued to battle. Nobody broke away, which was really crazy.
Well, and even with small mistakes, like it looked like Liquid had locked in that first place, then makes a mistake up into heaven, and Jacqueline and Tomnado were so close behind him, it didn't, it wasn't like they caught up and they capitalized on that mistake and managed to get back into that first place. Tomnado had a weird crash and spin, and I really thought there was a chance he was completely gone and wasn't going to be able to get back. But yeah, he made it back. It was incredible.
So they're saying my voice is choppy. I'm going to leave and come back.
Sure.
I'm just going to restart Discord.
Man, yeah. Everyone, I think when you look at that, Jacqueline was in first after the heats. Tomnado was in 8th after the heats. Even he had those 3 really strong showings of 3 firsts in order to get into it. But to have that recovery from barely qualifying into looking at a top 2 final position, just incredible showing by everybody today.
Hopefully that if somebody in the chat could let me know if my voice is no longer terrible.
Sounds better now. Oh.
Okay.
My game is looking choppy. It's okay. We're okay. We're still alive. Okay. Oh wait, you know what we should bring, Kale? Do you have a Gladius?
No,
You said you don't have a Gladius?
I don't.
Oh, I was gonna say we could race Gladiuses ourselves at the end.
I'm coming back in a Razor.
Okay. Well, I'll
I
go
won't
back
be able
on
to get the
Razor.
Fury back. Don't make me blush, Ricky. I'm gonna grab some liquid real quick.
Good idea. What a fight! What a battle!
Should we commentate our own race?
Yeah, should we? Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh,
with
Dirk takes the lead because he's just a better pilot.
that.
Kalostar booms the fuck out.
Dirk
Yeah, I
makes
guess
some
if somebody
awful
wants to give
mistakes.
us Gladiuses, we can fly in Gladiuses.
Yeah, I don't have. I gotta put a suit on before I get out there. Then. I do have a Gladius, so if I can take mine then, if you want to just.
Yeah, somebody said they'll give me theirs.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I do have guns on my Gladius still, so it won't be quite as fast as these other guys out here who are on the pure race loadout.
But you can strip it before you call it.
Nah. I want the guns. Maybe we should ask Steve to record the time too. How fast we go.
I don't think there's any way I'm getting faster than a 110. I have not practiced. It's gonna be an extra special performance.
Man, the 58 mid race. Was that Tom Nato that did the 58?
That was wild.
Or was that Liquid?
Wait, hold on. I actually don't remember. I'd have to. I don't remember. You said Tom, and I agreed, but that's not necessarily true. I don't remember.
All right, let's get ourselves over there. I'll share our screen. You guys can see the process of getting there. No problem there. Oh, I don't have a TVI because I turned that off.
Yeah, I'll fly it in third person.
It screws with me if I
to even it up.
can't race without a TVI.
Nonsense.
Garden. And this is gonna be. I think this will be really fun. Like,
Well, either of these two deserves a win, so I'm happy if either of them gets it.
yeah, 100% agreed. I'm impressed by every pilot's racing today, and how close it was too. And there's a lot of new names that have made it into a top 8 against just not a weak grid, right? Like like this is a strong grid, and there's a lot of names that I've not seen racing before, or not a lot, that are showing up and managing to take those positions. Like, great job, guys.
Oh,
Let's see. Steve says there's a raffle. Already did it. Mako won.
Yeah, Mako won that one.
Yeah, you got it. He was a little. Wanted to make sure that we didn't miss out on that. Okay. Look at that. Jacketin's just so fast. He's already there, probably lined up, ready to go. Alrighty. Oh man, all the hype. My heart's still racing after that.
Yeah, I wish in the future we need to get heart rate monitor info for these pilots, because people don't realize that even though nothing is at stake, if you put someone else on the grid with you, and automatically your heart rate is just through the roof.
Oh yeah.
Not in a bad way at all. It's just it's pulse pounding, to sound cliche.
It is. It is. Absolutely. right. Let's see, what do we got going on? Jacqueline's lining up. Gotta wait. What gets your heart racing? Funny, very funny. I like that. That's a good dad joke. That's a good dad joke. I like that. We'll see here. Man, I don't know who can win this. I think because we're doing one lap now, this is gonna be really dependent on their start and who gets the better start.
I don't know. I think that Jacqueline especially was much slower in the first 2 turns than he was on his subsequent laps. So I think a lot of it, I think, is just nerves, and they're not going to be fighting for wins the way they were in that first lap, first race. So I don't know. I think it's really going to come down to track knowledge, because unless if they are neck and neck the whole time of trying to avoid hitting each other, I think really it's going to be a couple key locations on the track that are going to make or break somebody.
Well, and not only that, this first turn where Tom is the only one who's been taking the cut that no one else takes, he can get a decent lead there, and then it's going to be up to Jacqueline to manage an overtake. There's no easy feat. Overtaking is not easy. Don't let anyone tell you that it is. Let's see. Notice from our race director saying ready. So these two, 30-second warning. These two will be going off at any second now. Here you go.
Are they both in the same color ship?
No, I think one's the slightly different.
Okay.
There you go. Oh my goodness. My heart's pounding. There they go. Looks like we got Jacqueline in a slight lead over Tom Nato. No, Tom Nato crashes.
They collided.
The collision.
No. And he's got one wing left. That's Jacqueline.
Jacqueline's alive. Then that's it for Jacqueline. Oh, his earlier demons come back to haunt him. Tom Nato with an explosion. I think Jacko wins this. He will finish his lap out as the competitor that he is.
All right, so you and I are going to have to find a Gladius.
I've already got my Gladius. You got to find yours.
Okay.
Wow. That is a little unfortunate for such a tight battle that we had earlier for it to end in such a way. But sometimes Star Citizen will be Star Citizen, and you will have to do these things. And that is just how it goes in this racing world. Here comes Jacqueline. Burning through. Very well done. Huge congrats, Jacko.
Nice job.
He is repping the Sanguis Luna team here today. Pulls out a win at the Sanguis Luna sponsored event. Well done. And you know, and Jacqueline, I invited him to join our team on Sanguis Luna after I watched him race at the Luminalia race earlier, or at the end of last year. Very well done, Jacqueline. And I really felt after watching his skills and the way he flew, I thought, man, this guy is going to be one of the next best pilots. Like the lines that he was flying, he didn't perform very well, but he had an identical performance to what I had at a Luminalia race, like exactly a year before that. And so I saw like that he had that potential to become really good, really great, and he has been just improving daily with that, and I'm really impressed by him. And Tom Nato, first race event, I think, and he comes out with a second place. My goodness, what a showing!
This is some of the most exciting racing I've covered. I'll say that this was great.
He had to battle his way into that spot.
All right, should we hop into
Actually-
the other voice channel for our race?
Are y'all still live?
Yes.
I grab Tom and Jackadan actually.
Oh yeah,
Or
let's grab Tom and
whichever-
Jacket in and let's chat with them. Great idea. Land here, and I think we'll see if our final results are tallied up.
Hello.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Hello.
You
It
guys
was a bit anticlimactic for the battle that you had before the 30K, but
Yeah.
how did
Yeah.
you feel about the event overall?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's my favorite event so far, honestly.
Okay. That's
It was
fair.
my first event, and I'd really had a bad start to it.
Yeah, you struggled a little bit at the beginning, but I thought you had such a great comeback towards the end of that. I mean, it was down to the very last heat, and you had to win it, and you managed to pull it out for a win. How did you feel going into that last heat before the top 8 when you knew that you needed to win in order to make it?
I knew it was Jacketin, and I know he's fast. But I also knew he already was top of the leaderboard, so I was thinking, oh, he's gonna, play it safe and just finish and get the points. So I just went for it, all or nothing.
And it paid off. It did great. Jacketin, you managed to pull out the win there. A little bit of a 30K helper. I'm not sure if you would have still been able to do it if you had to finish it out on the track before, but you get the help and you managed to pull it off and take the win. How do you feel about that?
I feel great, honestly. Yeah, it sucks that the 30K happened when it did, especially considering it was the last lap, but we were right on top of each other when it happened, so it was a very tough call. It was a constant back and forth. I mean, the fact that Tom pulled from 8th place on that final to be fighting at the front. I had a couple of mistakes that threw me back. I had to go offline at one point to avoid the collision, and I ended up getting overtaken as well. But overall, it was amazing that the top guys really put in a race there.
Yeah, that was an extremely entertaining, exciting battle between the top 4 in that race, and it kept changing hands. And I recorded it, so I'll make sure I show that to everybody.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing a bit of a what's it called? A rundown, a recap of how that all went, and watch you guys race it. Cause yeah, man, you guys did a great job.
Yeah, been looking forward to watching the VOD. This was insanely fun from a pilot's perspective. I really want to watch it from the outside.
Yeah, it was a great fun to watch from the outside too. Like I had a great time. I'm sure KLSR would agree.
Yeah, this was awesome.
In our final heat, I actually didn't realize where I was, because if you notice, I spun and flew into the air. So when I rejoined, I was like, I must be last the entire time.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
Little did you know.
actually you got saved by the collision that Colbosa had, because they were. I believe that after the next lap was going to get completed, there was going to be an elimination, and you were in the elimination spot. But Colbosa crashes, and so there's no longer an elimination when Liquid Prime crosses the line, and then after that, you were still able to get back and come back into a second place, which is really well done. Great recovery.
Yeah, thanks for racing today, guys. That was awesome to watch.
Yeah, great job, guys. I will get you your prizes. Congrats to both of you, and I hope we see you guys at the next race event.
For sure. Thanks a lot for hosting, and want to say good job again to Tom. You're a monster in the Gladius here, dude.
It's my favorite.
It's awesome.
And it shows.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, Kale, should we do this?
Yep, let's go ahead and do this. Hold on a second.
Little show for the crowd to finish it out.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Oops. Didn't mean to drag Jacket in. Okay, let me pick up and sit down real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I am ready whenever you are.
I'm ready too. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure. Let me alt tab real quick.
right.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's go, and then it's the end of the race. Thanks for watching, everybody. Kalistar takes an early lead on Dunk.
Has no idea what he's doing, comes in way too fast.
Dunk takes a tight line. Overtake. Cuts tight around the next turn. It's got no boost though. Needs to save it for the straight. There he goes. Coming up to heaven. Cuts tight through heaven. Through the slalom. Last few turns. Woohoo! Thanks for racing, Cal. Where'd he go? We lost him. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. And appreciate everyone who came. I hope you guys get to come watch the next one. See ya. Oops. I did the wrong thing. Hang on. There you go.